Hello, hello, hello. What's good, Game of Throners, Westworld Riders, Rollers, and I guess now I have to add whiskey drinkers to the list. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Glad we could show up. I actually am just bored, and I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to go live, and it seems like the last couple times that I went live is like, I do always check on YouTube because, you know, I don't want to step on anybody else's toes, and I go on, and I'm like, oh, somebody else is live. So I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. And I'm like a total night owl anyway. So this is like the time I'd usually like to go live. So here we are. We'll see what's up. Hope everybody out there is having a great night. And yeah, just want to see what's up. How everybody out there is getting prepared for season 8 coming up fast. I myself am actually a little sad. It's like once season 8's over, it's like we're going to lose so much of the community. It's like, yeah, the dieharders will be out there, but you know we're going to lose just a bunch of people. They'll be like, all right, I was here for the show and that was that. And those of us into the books, you know, we're going to keep going strong and keep it running. But yeah, it's going to be a trip. So I'm actually kind of sad. You know, I'm in no rush for season 8 to get here because, you know, once it starts, it's going to be gone in the blink of an eye. That's just the way it is. But what's up? We got some people in the chat already. Thanks for stopping in. We got the dog show out there. We got my man, JD the Dragon. What's up, brother? We got OTDA, the one true David Adams. How you doing? Living my Rhapsody. Good to see everybody out there. Oh, Chrissy Old Stones. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's everybody doing out there? Brand the Bearded Builder, thanks for being here. How's everybody out there getting ready? Are you guys all excited for the show? Are you more like me? You like, oh, it's going to be sad, like it's going to come and go, and that's going to be that. What's up? Or is everybody just like, screw it, I've been waiting too long. I want to see it already. Bring on season 8. What's up, Bubba Husky? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you out there. Glad to see everybody coming through. But yeah, I don't know. I've been like this, like ever since the end of season 7, I've been like that. I'm like, man, once season 8 comes, it's just going to be a whole new community. It's going to be a trip. But not all great things must come to an end. Like I said, a lot of us are diehard book readers, so you know we're going to keep it in. Living my Rhapsody says, I just want to binge watch it. Screw it. Bring it. Let's get it over with. I want to know how they end it. Oh, what's good? Bubba Husky at work sneaking in to listen. That's awesome. Oh, I like the shirt. That's right. Always be yourself unless you can be one, and always be one. Because who wouldn't want to be a giant? Look out. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be cool. I'm excited, but I'm also a little sad. So we'll see what's up. What's everybody think about the pictures out there? I actually haven't even gone like that deep into it. I'll be honest. I kind of like took a refresh. I like checked out for a minute on Game of Thrones. Like I haven't read anything, you know, I'm always like into it, thinking something, hearing somebody say something, but like it's been like a while since I've actually like watched the series or like picked up a book. I listened to a few of the audiobooks for Fire and Blood, and I read like a chapter in the new book, but yeah, now it's like I'm getting that itch back. I know it's coming. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to go deep. I think I want to wait on the reread until after the season just to kind of be, you know, totally into the show and see what happens. So I'll probably just start doing my rewatch and, you know, obviously just start with season 1, episode 1 and get it in. It'd be probably just about perfect from here until it starts. So how you guys feel about that? Anybody else getting their rewatch on? Have you started, already done it, in the mid-season of it? What's going on with you guys? And while we're answering that, so you may have noticed we got the Game of Thrones collection, house whiskey collection. As you already know, the Giant Tamer hooked it up, got just out of control, unbelievable, and found a way to finish the set. Even after making all those come true, and then went to just BFE to find the Black Tube, the Night's Watch. Oban Bay Reserve, Night's Watch, one of my favorites out of all the houses. It's delicious. Found her way up there, and then somehow, some way, found a way to finish off the set with the one and only House Tyrell Plenish Reserve. Holy shit. Unbelievable. If anybody out there has had a chance to taste this, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not a whiskey guy, but this set has turned me into a whiskey guy. I'm not going to lie. Lately, I've been just going all out, watching whiskey reviews, tasting stuff, going out. Yeah, this is This thing caught me hook, line, and sinker, which is what I'm pretty sure the Diageo wanted to do when he teamed up with HBO. It was like, you know what? Let's just put out a bunch of these and get in a whole new line of whiskey drinkers. And they have succeeded because you can't find these hardly anywhere. They're pretty much sold out everywhere. And yeah, those of you who are lucky enough to grab it, welcome to the new team, because wow. They're all different tastes, they're all different things. I'm going to be doing a video for each and every one of them. Now that we got the whole full set, we can go through and have a complete rerun or a review of each and every one of them. But House Tyrrell, the Clonish Reserve, we finally got it. This shit is 51.2 proof. The APV is 51.2, which means it's over 100 proof. It's over 101, like stronger than the Wild Turkey 101. It's over 101 proof. So, yeah, like I said, I keep messing up the terms and goofing up. I was never a whiskey guy, but this is turning me into a whiskey guy rapidly, and I am just having a blast. I've already bought my first 2 whiskeys that aren't Game of Thrones. I got a Monkey Shoulder and a Redbreast 12. And my next one is going to be the Hibiki Harmony, and then I'm going to grab the Angel's Envy. So I already have my first 4 non-Game of Thrones whiskeys planned out, and yeah, it's got me hook, line, and sinker. It's just been having a blast falling into the whiskey world. So going to be having a little new segment on the channel soon, Whiskey with 1-1. So stay tuned for that. Going to be going through all the houses, and then we'll be going above and beyond after that, and yeah, having a good time. So. Anybody else out there been able to taste the whiskeys, into whiskeys, hate whiskeys? I know a lot of people just are not whiskey fans. That's for damn sure. Oh, the One True David Adams just watched the House Tyrrell whiskey video the other day. Oh, yeah, it is. Man, I tell you what, it is fire. Like, you have to put just neat. It's almost like you got to be a raw dog to be able to do that. But you put an ice cube in it, and it is just smooth and delicious. And yeah, I'm all over it. Big fan. So absolutely, yeah, we're going to be doing the Whiskey with 1-1, and I'll be going through all the house titles and giving my opinions. We'll be drinking it neat and then on ice and then with the mixer, and that's kind of what I've been doing for the Giant Tamer the last couple of days. Been mixing some crazy different drinks and been having a good time. So Whiskey and Will drinks with 1-1. We'll be getting it in soon. So anybody else out there had a chance to taste any of them? They are way overpriced, but I mean, it did the job. Like, I think it's did that to probably a lot of people, I'm guessing, if it got me like that. Like, gets you in, it gives you all these different flavors to taste, and then it makes you want to start tasting other things. So, yep, Diageo, if you ever hear this, you got me, hook, line, and sinker. And, being a guy who already collects, Game of Thrones alcohol bottles, this is, I swear to God, this is what they're freaking made for. What's a guy like me? I love it. Maybe we'll grab some of that and put it on ice here in a minute. We'll see what's up. He said I haven't tasted any of them. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, if you didn't jump on it or have somebody that jumped on it for you right around Christmas time, it's almost impossible, and the secondary market is straight up ridiculous. It is outlandish, the prices that they're calling. Like, even the ones that were only like $25, if you could find it at like a Total Wine or whatever, are selling for like $150 now. So it's insane. We actually have a little spot right around from us that I could actually grab the same ones we grabbed. They weren't kidding about having their little hookup. They still had that case, and I can still get pretty much all of them except for the 2 they didn't have in the first place, which was the Night's Watch and House Tyrrell. So that's kind of cool. Just for the collectability, I'm thinking about maybe grabbing them because, it's just going to go up in price as time goes on, but pretty tight. JD says Saturday night is going to be a Maker's Mark night. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. That's Maker's Mark is my little DJ buddy, little brother's best friend. He's like my little brother, but my DJ buddy. Bubba Husky says Jameson Cooper's Cruise is legit. So, Bubba, you more of a bourbon drinker? Like, you get more of a bourbon, you like scotch, don't care either way, whiskey's whiskey? Season 8 prediction, #1 white Hodor. Boom, I like that. What about 1-1, though? You don't think 1-1 can come mobbing through the door, the giant 1-1? As a white, that'd be so sad. That'd be just heart. So will Hodor, but obviously 1-1 would hit me a little harder. That would suck. That would suck. Bubba says, I don't care. Just bring the love. Yep, I'm going to. It's getting harder. I went to go buy it the other day, and they were out. I was just beside myself with that Hibiki Harmony. It's a Japanese whiskey. But, yeah, Angel's Envy, that's a bourbon, and that's going to be my next whiskey behind that. So that'll be number 4. Kind of excited to taste it. And being a Captain Morgan's private stock guy, I think the bourbon's going to be a lot more like that than some of these whiskeys. Yes, Chrissy of Old Stones, A White Summer would just be heart-wrenching. That would be miserable. Any of the dire wolves coming back would just be so in the books, I've always said that Robert Strong, I know I'm not the only one, but right out of the gate, I've always been, as soon as I read it, I'm like, Robert Strong is going to be basically a zombie with Robb Stark's head on it. It's going to be the Mountain's body with Robb Stark's head zipped on it. Is anybody still buying that, or anybody else on that boat? Anybody think that? Anybody think Robert Strong is basically the Mountain's body with Robb Stark's head? Because obviously they supposedly sent the Mountain's head to Dorne, which may or may not have really been his head. Like old girl said, that could have been anybody's head, but it's a pretty big head. But yeah, anybody else think that? As soon as I'm like, Robert Strong, he just got his head snipped. Or Joffrey's just saying that he's demanding it served to the show. I'm like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I hit a freaking button by accident. I might need to go on that. It's Watch said something about it's gonna like something about doing something to the chat. Like, so I need to turn that off. Everybody can cuss away at will here. I don't give a shit. And all them wrenches would never let anything stupid happen anyway. I'll figure out how to turn that off. But yeah, anybody else think that the dog show thinks it was a fake mountain head? You don't think that was the real mountain head that went to Dorne? I don't know. That's an elaborate scheme. It's true. It could be anybody's, but I don't know. That's a lot to go through with a head, all the way there just to get, I guess they wanted to get Marcella back, so they're going to do what they had to do, but because Dorne demanded the head, but I don't know. I kind of think that was his head. Like I said, I think it's all going to tie in, and when it gets revealed, it's going to be Robb Stark's head on the Mountain's body. Robert Strong, Zombie Mountain. Zombie Mountain! Yeah, good thing he has on that helmet. It's disgusting. Lady Wolverton in the house. What's up, girl? What's up, John? How you doing? Welcome. Let's see. Let's go back up. What did I miss? People and whiskey. I can see Jimson Cooper. I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew. Nice. So nobody else out there has had a chance. They are a little expensive. Like I said, if you didn't get the whiskeys already, they're overpriced. Find somebody that has it and go taste theirs. That's what I say. Robert Strong has no head. You think it's just going to be like a Headless Horseman situation? They're just going to, because that helmet's coming off sooner or later. So what, he's just going to pop off his head and there's going to be no head? It's just going to be like a headless zombie mountain walking around? That would be kind of sick, actually. But I don't know if I'm buying that. It would be awesome, though. Oh, shit, that would be crazy. What's anybody else think out there? You think, what's going on with that Robert Strong situation? Who is he? What is he? Is there a chance it's going to have Robb Stark's head on it? Did the zombies, or did Mountain's head really get delivered to Dorne? What's going on with that situation? Oh, the boy Wonder just hit the chat. What's up, homie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, man. Anybody else going to start rewatching the series before it starts? Anybody else going to get it in? I know I'm about to start here pretty quick. I figure the way my schedule is kind of going right now, it should be, if I don't binge it too much, it should be just about perfect right into the new season. Always good to see everybody out there. Glad everybody came through. About to just having coffee now and deciding if I'm going to pop a whiskey and which one it would be. If I was to pop one of those house whiskeys out, which one should it be? What do you guys want to hear about what it tastes like? Except for stay away from House Greyjoy. I don't know. I had one sip of that, and I have not gone back to it since. However, the Lannister, I absolutely hated the Lagavulin, the Lannister, because it tasted like a smoother version of the Greyjoy, the Talisker. But Actually, the more I drink it, the more I really like it. And to be honest, it's actually become one of my favorites now. So I don't know, maybe that's my whiskey palate maturing or whatever. But yeah, I couldn't stand the Lannister at first, and now it's actually one of my favorites. I kind of like that light smoky flavor. If anybody's ever had Lagavulin, it's like it's a whole different beast. It's like smoky and peaty, and yeah, not quite as gnarly as the Talisker, which is just insane. Oh my god! But yeah, it's definitely got some smoke to it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What's everybody's favorite drink out there? If you're not a whiskey drinker, what do you do on weekends when it's time to tie one on? What do you guys drink out there? What's everybody's favorite drink in the chat? And if you do drink whiskey, what's your favorite kind? Because like I said, I don't know. It's got me hook, line, and sinker, and I have been doing the whiskey thing lately. So let me know which ones are good ones to get if you do or have had them. Let me know. Steer me in the right direction, because I am straight up Jon Snow when it comes to that. I know nothing about nothing when it comes to the whiskey. Bubba Husky started his rewatch. He's caught up to where he can catch an episode per day. There you go. Nice, nice. Yeah, I got to get going on it. I haven't watched it in a while. I've seen it every season, every episode multiple times, like double-digit times. But I always see something new and never not like watching it again. That's the thing. It's like, dude, I love the books, but how can anybody ever bag on the show? The show's amazing. It's the greatest show ever made. Is it going to be like the books? No. Can it be like the books? No. So I don't see why people trip on that. It's like the show's the show, the book's the book. I love them both. It is what it is. Ooh, Lady Wolverton usually does vodka. What kind of vodka do you like, or do you mix it? I guess if you're drinking vodka and you're mixing it, it really doesn't matter what you're getting. But if you're drinking it straight, what kind do you like to drink straight? This is my Rhapsody. Corona and margaritas, double dipping. You just walk around double fisting. She likes, I just go back and forth. Corona, margarita. We have a good time. That sounds like a fun night. Absolutely. Boy, one is drinking Heineken, but if he's going strong, he's got to go Johnny Walker Blue. Woo, or a straight martini. Johnny Walker Blue, bringing home the big dog. That stuff is not cheap. Lady Wolverton goes with the Kettle One. All right, that's a good one. So you could drink that straight if you wanted to go straight. Belvedere is the jam for vodka. You can't go wrong with Belvedere, no doubt about that. That's up there above the Grey Goose. It's nice, very nice. Yeah, Kettle One and Belvedere, those are top two almost unless you want to jump into the pricey, ridiculous ones. Wine, that's what the Giant Tamer drinks. She loves her wine. But we've been getting down on the well drinks lately. She's been loving those. Craft beer and whiskey. Get some. He says, I like my beer. Craft beer and whiskey. Can't be mad at that. Getting thirsty now. I still have Captain Morgan's Private Stock in there too, but it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm on this huge whiskey kick. Watching all the whiskey reviews and seeing all the stuff and learning about it. It's kind of fun. So that's like my new craze, is the whiskey thing. Woo, Crown when I'm feeling crazy. We're at the Super Bowl. My buddy had a special Crown. It was like a 12-year-old something special thing, and it was going down here. We just were pouring it on ice, and it was going down like water. It was going down a little too smooth. That Canadian whiskey is just smooth. I mean, a lot of people don't like it because it's so smooth, but I do. I've always loved Canadian whiskey. It's nice. It is nice. JD kicking in. He's like, I've heard enough. The lazy writing drives me nuts. And of course, there has been some Hollywood moments. That has been some extremely lazy writing. And we already know the boys checked in. Like, they checked out a couple years ago. Like, they just been riding the wave until they got out. They've got their money. They've got their fame. They're all the notoriety. They're ready to move on and hit something else. And can't be mad at that either. But I think they're going to bring it in strong. What do you guys think? You think they're going to bring it home in season 8, or is it just going to leave us like, are you kidding me? Irish is my favorite. Oh, yeah. That was my first non-Game of Thrones whiskey I went out and bought. Just went out and got the old Redbreast 12 Irish whiskey. And it is not too bad. Good stuff. Good stuff. That smell. You always see those cats on there like, oh, that buttery biscuit smell, that buttery biscuit. And like, none of those have a buttery biscuit smell. But that Irish whiskey, I finally saw what they were talking about. I was like, oh, yeah, that's nice. That is nice. I like this. I know. It's only Tuesday. What's up? It's like I couldn't handle it anymore though. It's like it's been too long. Had to come on and say hello to the people. Be like, what's up? What's good in the community? How's everybody else getting in, getting down, doing it? And like I said, it just how you getting your Game of Thrones fix in? People rereading the books? Are they just watching the shows? See, Bubba Husky's got his dialed in. He's got it down to a show a day until the season starts. They have to have a decent ending if they want to keep folks interested in the prequel. I don't know. Does the prequel, I mean, if nothing else, doesn't the prequel season 1, episode 1, and possibly 2 blow the charts no matter what? I mean, they could put out just a complete shit show for episode 1, season 1, as soon as all the hype that no matter what they do, all the hype that they're going to put into it about Game of Thrones offshoot, the prequel, that dude. Yeah, they could put out a complete shit show and the ratings are going to be off the charts. Now, yeah, to keep it for the whole season, that'll be a whole different thing, but absolutely. DJ, I am GOT crafting to get my fix. Crafting? What are you crafting? You making a, you're like knitting a quilt, making a GOT blanket? What are you crafting? You banging some swords out? What's happening out there? He said, that's the problem. Oh, look, we didn't rid the wedding, and now we're done. Thanks for the payday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they did. And they've even said it. They're like, their whole thing was get to the red wedding, get to the red wedding. And once they did that and it blew the world's mind, I mean, I don't know. They kind of, I guess in their minds, they jumped the shark at that point and it was just game over. But there's just so much more material and so much more to be done. It's like, why would you just ship it there? But yeah, like I said, I mean, they didn't plan on this taking over their entire life for the next 15 years, which it has. And yeah, they're ready to do something else. I can't be mad at them. I appreciate them for bringing my favorite show to the screen. So, greatest show I've ever watched, my favorite show of all time. So I really can't be mad at them. Yeah, they're going to irritate me sometimes, but that is what it is. Take the good with the bad. Oh, yeah. Krista said she'll watch anything GOT. Me too. Bring on the Dunk and Egg series. How sweet would that be? I mean, nothing too crazy. There wouldn't be too much green screen stuff. I mean, they could. I mean, depending how much Targaryens they want to show with their dragons. But yeah, or actually, there's not. They don't even have dragons then. So yeah, just bring on the green screen. They don't even have to worry about dragons. The Dunk and Egg series, I don't think would be that expensive to film. I don't know why they don't do that. That would be great. Not a lot of action, so I mean, they'd have to pump in a few extra things, but they could definitely pump that into a series. It'd be tight. I think it'd be sweet. Has everybody else out there read the Dunk and Egg? You guys into Dunk and Egg? You're like, yeah, whatever. It's just another offshoot. I love Dunk and Egg. Bring in the Dunkin' Donuts. Absolutely. Let's get it. Said Dunk and Donuts. Dunk and Eggs is tight. You gotta live. If you have not watched the Dunk and Egg and you're looking for something to hold you over until the season gets here, do yourself a favor and check out the Dunk and Egg stories. They will not let you down. And you can just go to YouTube and listen to them while you're bored or cleaning the house or driving somewhere. Just pop it in, listen to it. You will be thoroughly entertained if you are into the Game of Thrones series. Me too. Once you, David, I love Dunk and Egg. Where are my Chiqui Lions at? I love Dunk and Egg. That's awesome. What's up? I think I am going to crack at least a warm whiskey on here and see what's, get a little taste in. Which one should we go with? We have the Night's Watch. We have House Stark, House Lannister, House Tully, House Targaryen, or House Tyrell is so better. I still haven't opened up the House Baratheon because I was still trying to wait for my man Johnny to get on here and toast him up proper. But yeah, I am itching to get into that. I want to taste that. There's only 2 that have age statements, and that's one of them. So I'm dying to taste that one. But the longer I break it, the longer it's going to take to disappear, so can't be too mad. Dog Show's rereading Clash of Kings. There you go. It's a great one. My favorite one's Storm of Swords. What's everyone's favorite book out there? I used to shit on Feast of Crows. Like out of all of them, I just really did not like that because it just seemed like every other chapter was Sansa, Brienne, Jaime, Sansa, Brienne, Sansa, Sansa, Cersei. Just those four, just over and over again. It's like, yeah, I got a little annoyed with Feast of Crows, but in the second and third read, it was cool. It ties it in, and you get all that extra information, so I wasn't so mad. But Storm is far and away just the sickest. But yeah, I'm not as mad at Feast for Crows as I used to be. Dog Show says War and Peace. That's another form of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Can't be mad at the original. That's what got us all sucked in, right, Bubba? It's the one that got us started. He said, I am not too mad at it. But yeah, Storm has just got everything. Storm is nuts. You can reread that 10 times and find something new every time you reread it. Boy Wonder says Duncan Egg is dope. There's a lot of subtle tie-ins that were really good fan service moments if you catch them. Absolutely. Like I said, anybody, you will not, if you like Game of Thrones, do yourself a favor and get it in with the Duncan Egg. Because I think in the long run, that is going to tie in. I mean, we already know that Dunk was like Brienne's uncle, like great uncle or whatever. So, I mean, there's a few things that are going to tie in. We don't know how that's going to happen, what happened up at Winterfell and when they stopped in on their way to the wall. And yeah, the Duncan Egg's going to tie into all sorts of stuff. So get informed. Oh, yeah, Dance. I love Dance too, Boy Wonder. There's a lot of people that just hate on that. They think I'm joking when I say that's my second favorite out because I like Storm of Swords and then Dance is my second favorite. People think I'm joking and flip me shit about that. No. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, Dance was a shit. It's almost like a complete difference. It's almost like an offshoot of the story. Like it's almost like a different story that just, like Duncan Egg ties into the main story. But I really enjoyed it. I love Dance of Dragons. What's up, Snafu in the house? Andy, it's been forever. What are you up to? It's like, it's there if you want it. Get it. Let's see them jump in. What's up? I see the hello. I just don't see him. That's funny. Must have missed that one on mine. It's not even on here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dance was awesome for sure. All right, well, everybody, which one should I pop up? Did I miss which one we said? Which house whiskey should we pop open and have a sipsy of? Just for, a nightcap. It's late at night. Might as well have a nightcap. Nothing wrong with it. Because unlike so many, I actually don't have to wake up and go to work tomorrow. I don't know where you guys live at, but the storm has finally hit us up here in Seattle. We have gotten, I don't know, what would you say? We've gotten like 8 inches, which some people just laugh at that. They're like, 8 inches. Oddly enough, if it starts raining in Seattle, people just shut down. The roads start like shutting down, which you'd think would be the opposite up here. But people do not do well in bad weather up here. I mean, it just shuts everything down. So when it snowed a couple inches, it was like, yep, not going to work. When it came down like 8 to 12 inches in places, the whole state shut down. Like lockdown. It's insane. Yeah, people do not drive in the snow up here in the Northwest, which is really, really odd. Yeah, there are a lot of hills. I give it that. So, I mean, no matter what kind of 4x4 you have or 4-wheel drive, I mean, a hill's a hill, but stay away from the hills. I mean, I got a Lincoln Town Car that's got rear-wheel drive, and when I first got it, it would slide out in the rain. And then I put some new tires on it, and we've been mobbing out, been having big fun in it. Just absolutely getting my drift on everywhere I go. It's been crazy. But yeah, anybody out there in the winter, man, do not mess around. Stay warm. That is no joke. I remember last week when they were saying the Midwest is like the wind chill was like minus 70. Yeah, that's just death. No good. In my Rhapsody, we're having an ice storm. Everything is covered in ice. Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, do whatever you have to do to stay warm. That is nuts. But on the flip side, your beer's staying cold. Don't even have to put that in the fridge. Just put it out in the ice and boom. No, I'm just kidding. That is terrible. Stay warm. I'm glad you're said most of the day, which I'm assuming means it's back on, which is why I'm joking about it. Because, yeah, it is no fun to be without power. That is no joke. Right on, Bubba Husky. Thanks for swinging in. We will talk to you soon in one of the next ones. Appreciate you coming through. Mistaken, he did a really good Lannister soldier cosplay. Who was that? Oh, yeah, Jen was one of the lucky ones that made the Dallas GOT convention. Jelly. That'd be so fun. I heard you hooked up with Pete, my man, Big Pete. Easy. I need to catch up with him. That'd be so sweet. I don't know if we'd ever make it out of the smoking section, but we'd have a good time. Yeah, and Eli, where is that cat at? I have not seen him in forever. Was he there? Did you see Eli at the Dallas convention? Sick Eli. I haven't seen that guy in forever. I don't know what happened to that guy. Eli Gauntlet, yeah. My man. He used to always be on here with us, and then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Yeah, he was awesome. Oh, you did see him there? That's awesome. Nice. So he's still doing well, I see. Where's it? Is it going to be in Vegas this year? Are they having one this year? I haven't really heard anything about it. Yes, on Saturday. He was there on Saturday? I haven't heard anything about any conventions. I thought I heard they're going to be doing it in Vegas this year, but I have not heard anything else about it. It'd be a fun excuse to have to go to Vegas. Oh, darn. Anybody else out there make it to Vegas? We usually try to make it twice a year. Anybody else out there ever make it? Nashville in July. They're taking it back to Nashville, huh? Yeah, I heard the Nashville one was fun, but yeah, that is the other side of the country for me. Vegas would have been a nice little puddle jumper down. And it's Vegas. Who doesn't want to go to Vegas? Probably charges convention too much, though. There is nothing cheap about Vegas. My buddy told me, it's like, there is nothing to do in Las Vegas but spend money. And it's like, that is just what it is. There's a rumor Vegas, but it's in Nashville. Right on. Yeah. When is it? Is it in April or May? It must be in May, I would think. Have to be in May, I would say. You're not going to do it during Game of Thrones. 6 episodes. Can you guys believe there's only going to 6 episodes? That's insane. Different venue, legal weed. Nice. Yeah, I am kind of shocked that we only have 6 episodes of Game of Thrones left, and then it's all over. It'll be like game time. I know, right? It's like, what are we going to do? It's like nothing else. No more seasons to look forward to. No more episodes to look forward to. 6 is not enough. They have so much more to cover. It's like, what are they going to be wrapping up? What could they wrap up? I don't care if they are an hour and a half long. What could they even wrap up in 6 episodes? It's going to be nuts. Oh, hey, Bubba Husky's back. Welcome back, brother. Good to see you again. But yeah, 6 episodes with everything that they haven't even touched on yet, which obviously if they haven't done that, they're going to have to just leave it out completely. But yeah, I don't know. And then a lot of people are like, oh, they never brought that up in the show, so it's not, it can't be real in the books. I 100% disagree with that. I think they've split so differently between the books and the show that anything could happen. There's just those guys that just took guesses and found ways to wrap it up as quick as they can, and that's how it's going to get down. But I don't think if it didn't show up in the show, then it's just like a red herring in the books. I don't buy that theory at all. I think it could go, anything could happen anywhere, because George is just crazy like that. It's going to be nuts. And yeah, they don't talk about anything about House Dane hardly at all in the show. And my whole thing is House Dane is going to be everything by the time the books show up. Like, yeah, from Sir Arthur to Dark Star, it's all going to tie in. It's all going to matter, all the way down to that cat who's was Jon Snow's milk brother growing up. And there was obviously there was a baby switch. I mean, I don't know, and I'm not 100%. Like I said, I'm working on my theory about all that, but I don't know if it was twins born at the Tower of Joy or the baby swap at House Dane, and that's what. But yeah, there was 100% a baby swap, just like there was up at the Wall. There was on the other side of the world in Dorne, or the Tower of Joy. And yeah, so that's what it's all going to come down to, the baby swap and who's who and who belonged to what. Yeah, it's going to be gnarly. Christopher Oldstone says, six episodes, no time for Night Queen or Littlefinger magically alive. I'm sick of hearing about that. I haven't heard that one. See, that's another thing. Last year I was great about staying away. The last couple of years I have 100% stayed away from spoilers. So I go in, I don't know nothing about nothing. I just come in, just green and watch it and have it unfold in front of me. But yeah, I don't watch any spoilers unless HBO like drops it. I'll listen to their stuff, but I'm not into spoilers or leaked episodes or anything like that. Because then you just have to wait even longer anyway. It's like I want to see it in HD and how they wanted it to be seen. And like I said, only 6 episodes left. I can wait. It's like Christmas. I'm never in a big hurry for Christmas to get here because once it's here, then it's over. It's like I'm more than happy to wait for the experience to come. Woo-hoo. Each episode should come with a shitload of imagination so we can imagine whatever they skip through. Living my rhapsody, just bring the love. Other things in the show that will be 100% in the books. Yeah, in and out for sure. For sure. I thought that was hilarious. It made me laugh, Elmar. That's awesome. Everybody wish Cammy a happy birthday today. Jumped over and made sure she said happy birthday to her. Tried to get a thing up for her, but yeah, I'm computer illiterate. But yeah, if you know her, just say what's up since she's got that whole thing started. Might as well say woo's woo. Agreed, House Dane is not a red herring. Yeah, I'm telling you, Bubba, the House Dane is going to be huge. Harrenhal and House Dane are going to be the 2 biggest pieces of the puzzle. That's why they talk so little about it. Harrenhal and House Dane are going to you're going to be like, oh shit. Those are going to be the big oh shit moments and what's coming, and which the show is taking the whole other thing. They're like the Night King and the guys north of the wall, and that's going to be their ending. But yeah, the big thing about the actual story and the Jon Snows of it all is more House Dane and Harrenhal situations, in my opinion. Oh, what's up, Snafu? Send me a link. I'll hop in. Andy's home. Didn't I already send you one? Let's see. Yeah, anybody that wants to come in and argue Game of Thrones for a minute, I'll be here for a sec. Let's see. This is what I'm talking about. Illiterate. So, there we go. Boom. Eats a posted. Melisandre Clegane Bowl, Cersei, then deal with the Night King. What's up, chat? Is Clegane Bowl happening? Is that going down? What's up? We got the Westerosi Ninja. Nice. What's good? What's good, Milt? You can see you out there. Yeah, is Clegane Bowl happening? That is probably my most 50-50 flip-flop opinion in this whole thing, whether that was going to go down in the show or not. They tease that damn thing so much. It's like, is it happening? Is it not happening? I don't know. What's up, chat? Is Clegane Bowl, yes or no, is Clegane Bowl going down in season 8? Do we get Clegane Bowl? I mean, we already saw the Hound get up in his face and say that, but is it really happening? Chrissy says that is the only fan service you want. I mean, we pretty much already saw that he can school his brother. I mean, he was kneeling and dropping and dipping and not getting killed right in front of Robert. So that kind of shows he's much more skilled. But I don't know. Can he take on Zombie Brother? We shall see. The Dog Show says, of course it is. Lady Wolverton says, yes. Jake Cruz, what's good, buddy? Good to see you in there. He says, of course. Of course. Man, I don't know. Yeah, I have flip-flopped so many times on that, whether it's coming. I'm like, no, yeah, maybe. Elmar thinks it will happen, but it won't be what people wanted. Really? Man, I don't know. If they do that, that might have to be one of That might have to be like the Viper scene. I mean, they're gonna have to make that pretty sick if they decide to do it. It's gonna be something. I want the Cleganes to clash. Can Zombie Mountain be killed? I don't know. He's pretty much got to go up in Wildfire, I'm guessing. When it comes down to taking out Zombie Mountain, I'm thinking Wildfire is going to take him down. But, yeah, I don't know. So pretty much the chat is 100% in saying it's happening. I think the chat just wants it to happen. You guys have all duped yourself. You want it so bad that you think is you want it so bad you're saying it's going to happen. Maybe you can will it into existence. I don't know. I think they alluded to it, and then they're going to be like psych and not. Yep. Since everybody says it's going to happen, I'm going to say it's not going to happen. There will be no Clegane Bowl. It's not happening. A flaming scorpion can't stop Flaming Mountain. Zombie Mountain. Yeah, I don't know. It took a scorpion and took out a freaking dragon's head. That was so sick. When it shot Balerion right in the head. It's like, what was that? Cersei, you bitch. Oh, fucking Cersei. That woman, I tell you. What's up? Does Cersei die, and when does she die? Cersei has to die this season, I would think. Lannisters go extinct, except for Tyrion, so I guess I won't go extinct. But Cersei's got to die, right? Oh, does Cersei die in what episode? We should just get a little betting pool going now. What episode does Cersei die in? I'm going to say she dies in episode 4. Cersei's going down in episode 4. Oh, yeah. That is classic. Kings of fan service. I agree. They are the kings of fan service, but they've left the fans hanging on a lot of things. And I think that little Clegane nod to his brother was just a tip of the hat. But I don't think it's going to. If anything, maybe the Hound kills him, but it's not going to be like Clegane Bowl battle scene. Like, if anything, from afar, yeah, he throws wildfire on him, and maybe they burn together in wildfire, and that's how the Hound goes out too. But I don't know. And then House Clegane is extinct. Well, that won't be very good. A lot of people think Gendry is going to end up being somebody. Gendry's going to marry Sansa, or Gendry's going to be king. Gendry ain't going to do shit. He may die somewhere, but Gendry ain't doing shit. I think she dies in finale or episode before. So Chrissy Voldstone's is saying Cersei's going out in season 6 or episode 6 or 5. Yeah, I'm going to say before that. I'm going to say they're going to be dealing with some other stuff by then. So I'm going to say Cersei is dead by episode 4. Heard it here first. Cersei going down. Episode 4. Dead. Elamar says, I want epic deaths. No more off-screen crap. No more Blackfish situations. We need to see it. We got to see it go down. Gendry will enter the Westeros Marathon. Let's see here. He's a runner. He is a runner. That makes sense because he would be overcoming his fear of fire to do it. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, those two might go down in the flame of wildfire together because obviously I think that's the only way you can kill the mountain at this point. So, yeah, him and his brother probably do go down in wildfire. And maybe that's how it happens. The zombie mountain would get out, and the only way for him to be killed is for the Hound to actually hold him there while the wildfire consumes him, and it actually takes them both out. There you go. Just figured that out. That's what's going down. You heard it here first. Oh, yeah. Elmar says, I want to see it all. I want to see him burn. Gendry going to run back to the wall and take a rowboat across the shivering sea. That'll be the last we see of him. Yep. He'll just go back to where his arc was supposed to end in the first place, just rowing away, just rowing for the rest of his life. Gendry is a dual metal threat. I will give you that. Yeah, it's going to be So David Adams thinks that Hodor is going to be the first white we see. What's everybody else? Who's going to be the first white? Is it just going to be a generic? I think it's just going to be a generic one coming through.
Tormund.
Holy shit! We think it's going to be Tormund, do we? I don't know. Is Tormund dead? I think we might have to look. We might have to look at some pictures. But I saw one of those pictures that HBO dropped, and I saw a look, and I think that is whatever it was. I think that person was looking at Tormund. And Jamie had a weird look on his face. And I think that picture is Jamie looking at Tormund because Tormund's so love-struck about Brienne, and it's going to be a crazy triangle. What's good, Snafu? How you doing, Andy?
What's up? It took me a minute to get on because I use Firefox, and you can't use Chrome on Firefox, apparently. So it's I mean, you can't use Hangouts on Firefox. So I don't know.
I had to convert back to some old shit, huh?
Yeah, because I built this new amazing computer. Let me show you.
Ooh. Ooh, it glows. Check.
Oh, let me turn this away.
Ooh. Come on, Chad, all at once. Ooh. Yeah, I know nothing about nothing with computers, but it sure looked cool with the blue light.
So I did that, and then I deleted everything. Well, on my hard drive. So I couldn't get it working. So now I'm back on Chrome, I guess.
Well, if it didn't work, then you needed to delete it because the shit don't work.
I know it.
Like, you got to get in. What's up? Chrissy Goldstone says that's pretty cool. Jen says that's cool. OTDA says, hey, Andy. Chrissy Goldstone says, hey, Andy. Ninja, sup, Andy.
What's good? I was listening on the way home from Walmart, and Dance, like, you hate on Feast. Like, you don't like Feast, but Dance is your second favorite?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. I mean, especially for someone like you who loves all these wild theories. All the shit you could get from Feast is like, that's insane. That's where all the Dorne stuff starts coming in.
It does. It has some interesting shit, but it's just, like I said, the same four characters who were just not my favorite characters. I mean, you know, I like them all. They have their place, but they're just not my four favorite characters. And it's like literally 78 to 85% of the damn book is about those four characters. And it's like every chapter you get through it and you're like, please be a Tyrion, and it's Brienne. And then you're like, oh, please be a Dorne chapter, and it's Jamie. And you're like, fuck. You're like, you just give me something besides one of these four characters.
Oh, man, I love the Jamie chapters in that book.
No, they're great, but that's all there is. It's like, man, I got so used to having to juggle 15 storylines at once, and then all I got were four. The same four, and then four.
True.
And then those four start tying in together. And now Jamie and Brienne is basically just one. And it's, oh, man. I just got really tired of those four characters in one book.
I like that you see like how evil Cersei is. Like, she's just such a bitch in that one.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Well, you see how crazy she is. You see that she's fucking nuts. Like, she's just not normal. She's absolutely crazy.
At the beginning, she's thinking about killing Jamie and shit and killing her uncle. And that's another thing, man. People always ask, like, all right, we used to talk about a lot the character that is the worst transfer from the book to the show, right? Mm-hmm. Kevin Lannister gets a pretty bad rap in the show compared to how he is in the book. He's a shit talker just like the rest of the Lannisters in the book. Right. He's shit talking Cersei, shit talking Jamie, and he's like, I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna go fight Clegane. I'm not gonna die. Crazy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. For your own niece. He's like, see, I know I'll die. Shit, I know better.
So I forgot about that. I was just reading it a couple days ago, and I was like, oh yeah, he's kind of smart ass in the book. Forgot about that.
Basically, I mean, he's the younger Tywin. If it wasn't for Tywin, he would be the patriarch of that family. So, I mean, he's every bit as punishing and bitter and scheming as Tywin. He just didn't have the panache and, the moxie or You know, Tywin was the head of the family, and that was that. I mean, kind of like a Brandon Stark and Eddard Stark. You know, Brandon was the big wild wolf. He was the big dog. Ed just kind of got thrown into it. Same thing, you know, Tywin was the big dog, and then Keevan just kind of got thrown into it. But he was so broken because he would, you know, his whole life for 60 some odd or whatever odd years, he'd been following this man and idolized this man. And when he went down, he was broken. I mean, his son's gone, his idol's gone, his liege basically. So, yeah, he's broken by the end of it. And then he still finds a way to pick himself up and start running the realm again in the right way. And, yeah, you know how that ends up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's what I'm saying, dude. Dance is dope. I love dance.
I just, like, I get that Feast can be boring, but I like it. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not a bad book, in my opinion. I enjoy all the complexities of bad characters, you know? Like, I like getting that crazy. I like Jaime's kind of turn. He's starting to realize stuff. You get Cersei's point of view where she's willing to kill Jaime. Jaime's in denial that that Cersei had sex with Lancel. He's like, nah, she wouldn't do that. And you get that, like, you think about like a teenager when, or not someone that you really love. You're like, they wouldn't do anything to hurt me, right? That kind of naivete. So I kind of like that, where you get the thought process, and where Sam, you know, that he's trying to come to terms with, like, why would Jon fucking switch babies? Why would he mess with Gilly so much? Like, and then I like all that. I don't know. That's where I'm at right now in my reread. So.
Yeah, where you're in Feast?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the baby swap situation? Do you think there's a definite baby swap, or do you think that's non-existent, or what do you think about that?
I think there's a good chance that even that Jon, like you were saying, that Jon was baby swapped. That would be like a good good way of showing, like, why he did it. Like, he made the same decision as Ned, even though like, he never knew about that thing. And so if he found out he was like a swap baby, it wouldn't be as hard on him, because he would have realized, like, the necessity of it in the time, because he did it as well. I think so it's a good parallel there. Like,
yeah, and you know how often George does that and ties things in, and, you know, has that exact parallel and parody in that situation. So there has to be another baby swap. There has to be, and that's the whole thing. And, like, yeah, the whole thing about House Dane and Chardane throwing herself off Starfall, that's bullshit. She just took off across the water to be able to watch Dany, and yeah, Dany and Jon, they're not going to end up being aunt and uncle. It's going to be a little, or aunt and nephew. It's going to be a little tighter than that, I think. Oh, what's up? We got Sir LT Giles in the chat. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Been a while. How day? But yeah, that baby swap situation is gonna be massive. And like I said, House Dane is gonna be such a huge part of this whole deal by the time it's said and done. Starfell is massive, and the whole pink door situation with Dany remembering the whole red door, that's Dorne. That's gonna be Dorne. The lemon trees, obviously. I mean, they told you right there. They don't have any of that shit in Braavos, so it didn't happen. It's not at the Sea Lord's palace. It's not any other bullshit. That shit happened in Dorne. She's been lied to by everybody else, and her memories are remembering Dorne, where the baby swap went down.
Could be.
So, and that's when old boy is telling Arya about me and Jon Snow. He was my milk brother, and this and that. I mean, yeah. It all went down at Dorne. Yeah, Ed Stark didn't waste all his time taking a damn sword back to Starfell. He'd have been like, yeah, you can come get it. I don't care how famous the sword was. That had to do with babies. Babies. And HBO even led to it in their thing when they kept going, like, panning up on the sword, like after he killed him with the sword, with Dawn, and then they laid sword on the bed. Yeah, that all goes into the prophecy.
I don't know. I think Ned would go take the sword, especially if like they killed, they stabbed him in the back. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna take the sword and be like, "Here you go. I stabbed old boy in the back. I slit his
no,
throat. He wasn't looking, but here's your sword."
he's not going to do that. But that's like the honorable thing to do, like, because the sword is basically a title. It's not like inherited. It's like it's earned. So there's some honor that's involved with taking that back, I think. So
I think he sends a messenger or something. I don't know. I don't think.
Well, no, because he loved what's her name. So
he wanted to go see her one more again, get a quickie in.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to go see her real quick and then go back before he had to go back to Caitlyn. If you had to go back to Caitlyn or Shardane, I mean, you might want to run up to Starfell real quick too. But yeah, this is back in the day. This isn't like a little 20-minute, horse ride over to Starfell. I mean, this takes weeks to get out there and then months to get back. And yeah, I'm just not buying he did all that for a sword. There's a lot more. Yep, Edric Dane, exactly. Eddard Stark didn't bring back a sword to House Dane and be like, yeah, I killed your most powerful and prominent warrior of all time. Here's your sword back. And they're like, oh, thanks. We'll name our next of kin after you. We're going to name the next Lord of Starfell after you for that. Thanks, buddy. Here you go. No, they named him for something because he did something freak balls amazing. And that's save a royal line. And that's what's going to be unfolding, see.
See, how do you get all that, though? In, like, how many books? I'm telling you, it's going to be more than 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Winds of Winter and A Dream of Spring, and then he's already said he's been adding. And he's already said that he's got characters that he's already held back on, but he wants to, like, introduce more characters. Oh, but he's like, oh, it's already too long, so, I've been advised. He's gonna, in the end, he's going to be like, fuck it. Just keep it going. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. And that way he can go ahead and do one. And if it's not, I think he's so scared of this next thing being a flop because it's so big. I think that's the other thing. He's so afraid of it. It can't live up to everybody's expectations. It's like gotten too big. So it's like almost like he's waiting for it to die back down, but it won't. It's just like, because how can you, dude, when anything is that hyped, you can't live up to it. He's never going to make everybody happy.
That's true.
Bubba says Grimm has made a new trope. If there's no body, they didn't die. That's pretty much how it works out. Except for Blackfish is dead. But that's a show. Chrissy Oldstones, maybe he brought the sword because it's honorable and a baby. Nope. That's why we got an LOL at the end of that comment. Yeah. You ever watch the Night Flyers? Chrissy Volstone's this Night Flyers still on. I heard it was boring. Yeah, I heard it sucked. I didn't hear anything good about it.
I don't even know what it is.
That's why I say I'm not a huge George R. R. Martin fan. I'm just a huge Game of Thrones fan. It's like I've never read any of his other books. I don't know shit about anything else he's done. I've seen
I read one short story, and it was fucking weird. It was about basically these people used other people as puppets, kind of like it connected with their brain. They could control other like dolls, people, and there was
that's already creepy as shit.
Yeah, well, it gets weirder. Let me explain it to you.
Oh, I need a drink for this.
So he's like, it's almost like a construction worker working a crane, right? Except they're doing it with their minds, and some of them can control like a bunch of people at once to do like certain tasks, and so they make this money, and they don't have. I don't know. Eventually, they go to like a whorehouse to spend their money that they make, and the prostitute this dude's doing it with is like the best, and he keeps going back and back again because she knows exactly what he wants, and she does it. And then in the end, to find out, like, he gets real embarrassed because he tells his friends like how great this prostitute is, and they're like, you idiot, she's one of those dolls. You're making her do all those things that you like.
What?
Yeah, it's
weird. That's twisted.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't read any more after that. It's like, that's a weird story.
That's a weird story. That's just twisted on a whole new level. Oh, this chair keeps going down. Freaking shocks are like busting or something. It's crazy. All right, chat. Which one should it be? I was gonna break out the Lannister because we were talking about Lannisters and do a toast to them. Then I was gonna do the Stark because we were talking about them. Lamar says mix the two. Boba Husky Lannister. Let's go with it. Lannister in honor of BBM. Yep. All right, we're doing the Lannister. We got House Lannister. It is the Lagavulin 9, the Lion, Hear Me Roar. Get down. This is actually the first one I got out of the whole set. Actually, the first one I got was the Johnny Walker White Walker one.
All right, what is that now? Rum?
No, this is a whiskey. It's
in a rum bottle. That's weird.
Scotch whiskey. Game of Thrones, Lagavulin, Isla single malt Scotch whiskey, aged 9 years. Whoa, that's a big pour.
That is, you got to do it. You can't pour any back.
I can't even pour it back. I gotta drink it now. That's that. Shit, that was a big pour. Oops. Whoopsie. But yeah, this dude. Like I said, I'm always Captain Morgan's private stock and Captain Morgan private stock, but this new whiskey collection's got me hook, line, and sinker.
Well, they should have done, I don't know. It would be cool if they did something based on the places. Like, you know, the Greyjoys would be like a spiced rum.
Well, they kind of did. They tried to pair up. You know, a lot of people. Oh, there's Jen leaving. Good night, Jen. If you got to take off, good night. Thanks for swinging through.
Take it easy.
They did. They tried to like House Tully. The story about House Tully and their thing is that their distillery used to be run on a water wheel, and it's, you know, down in the Riverlands or whatever, which is House Tully. You know, kind of relying on the river. And the Targaryen one, House Targaryen, is this lady and her 2 daughters. Back in the day when, you know, all whiskey was run by men and stuff, they had their own distillery and they held like the ladies in the game. So the ladies running the game. So they tied that in, you know, with Daenerys being the queen. And, just stuff like that, like the Starks, House Stark, that distillery, the Winnie. It's the most northern distillery in Scotland. So that's why they tied it in with them. It's real cold, and just like the Starks in winter, da-da-da-da-da. It has stories on all of them behind it. And so they did try to do that. They tried to tie it. Like the Greyjoy is from the islands. It's a Talisker, and it's really salty and briny and bitter. And dude, it is punishing. Out of all of them, like, I've gone back and I keep tasting all the other ones and doing the Greyjoy, the Talisker is the one that ever since one sip, I've never gone back. I got that first glass down. I finally put it diluted like a bunch of eggnog in it, put eggnog in it and drink it. That was like the only way to get it down. It is bitter. Oh, so bitter.
That's funny. Yeah,
age 9 years. They had that shit ready since before the season. Yeah, that's how whiskey goes. They have shit in barrels through all the distilleries. Always have different levels of barrels going on. And Diageo just went through and tried to tie all the houses in to certain whiskeys and whatever the thing on the back. I haven't read that one in a minute. But yeah, they picked it. So yeah, of course they made the whiskey a long time ago, and then Diageo just went and tried to tie it into what was closest to House Lannister, and tried to pair the two.
So what's your favorite one?
Wow, it keeps changing. It's funny because it's like it was in order of how I tasted it. The most recent one I tasted was always my new favorite until I got to Tully, and actually Tully's not bad either. But now it's probably a toss-up between the Night's Watch or the Lannisters. The Night's Watch is an Oban Bay Reserve, and the Lannisters is the Lagavulin. And this one just smells super. It's like It's like somebody has a campfire right next door to you, you know, with fucking really cool like hickory wood or whatever burning. Like it smells amazing. Like you just sit here and smell it. It's pretty good. And at first, like I said, I drank the Talisker, and this was like a smoother version of the Talisker, so I was really kind of turned off by it. But then the more I kept going back and checking it out, like the more it kept growing on me. You know, it's like tied for my favorite. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Cheers. Oh man, anybody else out there nightcapping it? Here's to you. Cheers. So you're rereading right now, and you're in Feast. Are you rewatching the show too, or are you just rereading the books?
I'm just rereading the books. I read it like, well, I'm actually listening to the audio book because I take in stuff better listening to it than actually reading it. I don't have to go back over the same page over and over again. Because I do that when I'm reading, I'll start drifting off, and I'll realize that I read like 2 pages and don't know anything that I just read. I won't remember any of it. So I have to go back and find the last thing I remember. But with audiobook, I can just listen to it and it all goes. Plus, I can put it on really fast. I'm at like 1.75 speed, which is the fastest I've gotten.
You able to listen to it?
Well, with an English accent. With them, if they read it in like American English, I can go 2.5. But with an English accent, I can only go 1.75.
Chrissy Woldstone's getting ready to hit the sack. Good night, Chrissy. Thanks for stopping in. We'll definitely talk to you next time.
Good night, Chrissy.
OTDA thinks I should mix and drop all of them and have
4 horsemen.
When I was making a drink from some of all of them. Woo! Yeah, that sounds punishing. Putting them all together would be better. I might do that though, just at one of these times, just mix them all.
Do a 4 horsemen, but
what's that?
A 4 horsemen. You got to put 4. At least put 4 of them in there.
Woo! Sounds better.
4 horsemen. I think it's like Jim, Jack, Jose, and maybe Jameson, something like that. Forget what it is, really, but
that sounds punishing. Yeah, and a lot of people do. I mean, they mix them, and you know, a lot of times it turns out great. So I thought you could pretty much mix any whiskeys and make it great. And no, I had Monkey Shoulder. I bought Monkey Shoulder, and I was like, oh, that's kind of like the Targaryen. And so I tried mixing them together, and no, not so much. Even though there's a Cardew in Monkey Shoulder, yeah, mixing those two together did not work out at all. Ooh, it's terrible. Not good, not good. You getting ready to hit the sack? Oh, jeez. Have you seen the new pictures, Andy?
Nope.
You haven't seen them yet?
No.
Dude,
pictures.
What's that?
They're just pictures. What do I want to see just pictures for? And then just make me think the wrong thing. If there was like spoilers on the pictures, I'd be on it. But I don't want something that's just gonna guide me in the wrong direction. No.
Oh, I love it. That's why I haven't even really looked into them. I went onto a site and downloaded them just for when we got on and shit. But yeah, I haven't even really looked at them yet. I saw that. I remember there's an Arya one and a Jaime one, a Sansa one, a Jon Snow, and a Daenerys and a Jon Snow. Is what I remember. Oh, and I think there's a Bran one.
All right, go ahead and show me. No.
I will actually try to find them. Like I said, I think these are them right here. Oh yeah, I think these are them right here. But I literally haven't even. Dude, I checked out. Like I was saying, I checked out from GOT for a minute. Fucking just to come back with a nice clean palette. Let's see.
Me too. I haven't been really keeping up with what everybody's saying.
Oh, I don't even watch anybody else. Like if it says season 8 spoilers or anything, I don't even watch. I check out completely. I never want to see or be tainted in any way. Like, oh, they just popped this video out. It's like, man, I don't want to see that yet.
It's just the spoilers. It ain't spoilers. I've watched a few videos, and everybody labels their videos spoilers and then just puts up a theory. So now theory videos are called spoiler videos.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's not quite a spoiler.
Fucking drive me nuts. I hate it.
See if I can do this. Does
All
that
right.
show it?
We got Davos with Unsullied in the back. Doesn't tell me anything. No. He was already with them, so we didn't. There's no. I don't know.
So my thing is Davos ever gonna go back and see his wife and what remaining sons, or is he just like, fuck it? I mean,
Yeah, they're hoping it's like on Friends when Ross all of a sudden doesn't have a son anymore. It's just one of those. They're hoping you forget that he has a wife.
I'm gonna say right here, I'm gonna say that this isn't at Winterfell. I'm going to say that this is down in Dragonstone, and this is my man saying, I've been through enough. I've done my share. There's no reason for me to even be here anymore, and I'm going home to Maria. What do you think about that?
Maybe. It is put out that he's not really a fighter.
Yeah, right?
And where's the diplomacy with the White Walkers, you know?
And if he doesn't, I think he's sitting here talking to Jon and Dany, and he's like, I don't want to go up and die without seeing my wife and remaining family. I want to go, I haven't seen her since I've become, this big, respectable being, and I want to go home and see my wife. And that's what it is. That's not up in Winterfell. That is at Dragonstone, and he's saying, I've had enough. I'm going home. So I'm gonna say what that's what this picture is. You haven't heard that anywhere else out there, I'll tell you.
All right, so we got DJ down. Someone mark it up. DJ thinks this shot we're gonna do we're gonna do it like on Westworld. Hold on, let me pull up a file. I'm gonna go with
Yeah, write it in. One True David says if he's talking to Jon and Dany, it's at Winterfell. They're at the table with Jaime. Brienne is in the same place. Look at the Unsullied behind Davos. Yeah, but the Unsullied could be behind Davos at Dragonstone just as easy. Why do they have to be at Winterfell? Now, yeah, they do have some long sleeves on, like maybe they're up in the cold, but maybe they're just getting ready to go to the cold, and so they're just dressed for the road. Maybe it's even getting cold down at Dragonstone because winter is coming. I mean, when Jaime was leaving Winterfell, or when he was leaving King's Landing, there was snow falling. So it could be cold out at Dragonstone. So they might be dressed up. Yep, I'm sticking to it. That's Davos at Dragonstone saying, fuck it, enough is enough, I'm going home. And there is no Brienne. It's just Davos. Unless there's a bigger picture a wider picture that I'm not seeing.
So, all right. I put down for you, my shorthand is, this is my DJ prediction files, Davos picture. Dragonstone wants to go home and see his wife. My prediction is it's a shot that doesn't really matter.
Nope, it has to matter. It has to matter.
No.
Well, that's why they showed it. It's predominant. That's why he has that look. He's like, I've done my deed. I haven't seen my wife and kids in far too long. I'm going home. It's
all right,
time.
so
He's dude, you got to remember, my man's got some massive blue balls because he's all sprung up on Missandei, and Missandei and Grey Worm are finding ways to be together. So my man's in need of going home and seeing his wife. That's what that is.
I'm going to go with this is at Winterfell. I'll make my prediction. This is at Winterfell, and they're hearing about what happened at the Wall.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I'll give you that. We got David Adams out there saying the Brienne pick's coming, or it's going to be Brienne or whatever, fermented crab, exactly. But look at Brienne. I'm just saying Brienne could be with them because Brienne was at the pit when they took that zombie to go see Cersei. So Brienne could be back on Dragonstone with them when they're getting ready to make their trek back to Winterfell. So Brienne might still be with them at Dragonstone. That's why Brienne could be there at a table. But
maybe it's like Bran. Maybe he's talking to Bran because that would be somebody that Davos would be interested in talking to. Like,
yeah, but why would the Unsullied be behind him?
Wait, what? You can see through the trees? That's a you can talk through, or you can see stuff that's happened through the trees. Look, this is fucking kids smoking these werewoods, fucking talking crazy. That's
If
the
he was
thing.
talking to Bran right there, why would there be an Unsullied?
Well, Bran's telling them what happened, so I'm still my continuity is still good. They're learning about what happened at the wall. Bran knows. Bran's telling them. And he's like, wait, what? You can see through trees and birds?
Bubba Husky says they're at Moat Cailin waiting on the Night King. He's like, but I like how they don't really, nobody's really tripping more on that. I think it's more because more people are eye rolling it. Like, yeah, he's the three-eyed raven now. He can see things. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people actually believe it because I don't think he's taken the time to explain that to anybody but his immediate family, his siblings, and such.
True, could be. But look at the rock in the background. That doesn't look like Dragonstone.
Let's see here.
See that rock?
Why doesn't that look like Dragonstone?
Because it's gray rock and not black rock.
Ah, bullshit. I couldn't tell it to be Big Dragonstone.
I'm just going by like my my picture that keeps getting blurry and going unblurry. So.
Oh, do I keep making it blurry and unblurry?
Yeah, I guess you were.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I was getting ready to switch up to another one.
Oh, go ahead. I'm just talking shit.
So does this switch it to did that switch it?
All right. This picture is of a confused looking lad.
Yeah, right. That's so weird. I guess it knocked off. Here, let's try this. I told you I am computer illiterate. Yeah, I am not the computer guru by any means. All right, can we see that?
Yep.
Who's why is Cersei looking so discerned right here?
She's about to smile, but she has like her smug look. Like this is her about to crack a smile. But like she just heard like that Euron's on his way back or some shit. Like, or he just got back. So that's my prediction here is Euron. She's finding out about Euron coming back. So it could be good or bad. So she might be going from a smile to a frown. Either way, she's in between a face, and they just paused it and took a snapshot of in between a smile and a frown.
I think she just heard that Jaime left. Somebody just informed her that Jaime's gone.
Oh yeah, all these are supposed to be from episode 1. Damn it.
I'm guessing. I don't know, but I'm thinking that somebody just told her that Jaime's gone, and she's like totally bummed, like she's realizing what she did at that point.
Well, I'm pretty sure I heard these are all supposed to be from episode 1, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. There's a good chance I'm wrong. Let's be fair.
Bubba says she's sad because grapes don't grow in the winter. Oh, that's perfect. I agree. She blew up all the servants and has no one to bring her wine, says Elamar.
That's a cool costume. Like whoever designed that.
Oh, Cersei's attire for the last couple seasons have been on point.
This one's legit. I would wear that. Michael Jackson would wear that. Prince, for sure.
One True David says Euron's telling her the Golden Company wouldn't come.
Yeah, it could be something like that. Or they did come, but they came to help.
Or they came to fight on the other side to take the throne. Maybe the Euron or somebody's telling them that the Golden Company's coming for the throne.
Yeah, that just seems like a weird thing too. She wouldn't have to pay the Golden Company, right? In reality,
what do you mean?
Like, if she's the queen, the Golden Company's just a bunch of old Westerosi knights, right?
No, the Golden Company is a bunch of Blackfire bastards.
Yeah,
wanting to come and reclaim the throne.
Man, what?
Blackfire.
I thought, well, yeah, but I mean, like they're full of knights, right?
Yeah, a bunch of disgraced
All night.
knights that fought on the
Yeah.
wrong side and and lost their lands and titles.
That's what I mean. So she wouldn't have to really pay them. She could just be like, yeah, you guys can come home, and I'll give you your shit back.
Yeah, but
Maybe
how are you going to give them the shit back when other people are living there? You'd have to kick out the people who live there, and she's counting on them to fight on their side too.
you bring them back. Say, all right, you got to fight on my side. We're going to take that shit back.
Right.
Don't worry about it because they got some monsters coming from up north. It'll be pretty easy.
Euron is actively putting a finger in her bum. I don't know. Wouldn't he cut himself on the Iron Throne somehow? It's not like he could come up from under it. He'd probably lose the finger. He'd lose the thumb. I don't think that's happening. All right. So let's see here. So Cersei, yeah, I'm going to say somebody just told her that Jaime's leaving on that one. Here's the Brie. Whoa! Something just tripped out. The computer's freaking out, man.
What are you doing with that shot? You're just holding it. You said cheers like an hour ago.
Did what?
So what are you doing with that shot there? Just holding it. You said cheers like an
it's not
hour
a shot. It's a sip and drink. I've been sipping on it. You haven't seen me because the picture's been on here, but I've been sipping. Dude, that thing was up to here. That thing was gnarly. That's a big drink.
There's no such thing as a sip and drink. You drink to get drunk.
Lagavulin. This is to be sipped and enjoyed. All right, we got Brienne sitting there in front of some Unsullied at a table. This is the one, obviously, the one you, David, was talking about.
All right, she's clearly looking at Jaime.
I think she's looking at Tormund, and Tormund's like making, perverted tongue gestures at her. He's batting his eyes and flicking his tongue, and she is losing her shit.
No, she's looking at Jaime like, what are you doing here? Maybe she's about to vouch for Jaime. Like, he's not all bad. He's a pretty good dude from what I remember. He saved my life, at least. We should give him a chance.
You think so?
Yeah, she's got to vouch for Jaime. Like, since she's there, she'll be the one to vouch for him for sure. Even over Tyrion, I imagine.
Want you, David, the iron fingers of an Iron Islander. Oh, back on the last comment, but yeah, you could be right. That could be him vouching. I don't know. I think Tormund's made his way up there, and he's making goo eyes at her, and she's freaking out again.
like he's like, I made it home, baby.
Yeah, I'm here for you. Yeah, we're gonna have big, wild, beautiful monsters. And she's just like, oh my God, this is happening. And then we're going to see Jaime later, and Jaime's looking back, and he's seeing the whole thing go down too, and he's getting a big kick out of it. But yeah, I think she's looking at Tormund making goo eyes and obscene gestures with his tongue at her. I'm going with that. Oh, so you think she's vouching for the James right there. All right. Let's see here. It's weird how that pops back in. Yeah, I don't know why that freaks out like that. When it
she's about to. Like, maybe he walks in. Maybe they're like, oh, Mr. Jaime Lannister. It's like guards come in or some shit. And they're like, we caught Jaime Lannister. Then she's like, what?
What would they catch him? What do you mean catch him?
Well, if he would surrender, right? Like coming up, obviously people wouldn't trust a Lannister coming up there, even if they're supposed to help.
Yeah, they could just be waiting for him to come up there. He might not have to explain anything. He'd be like, where's your army? And he's like, yeah, well, about that. He's like, you got me. They're going to be like, shit. It's like, yeah, my sister pulled a fast one, but I'm here. I'm honorable. I have one hand. Let's fight.
Yeah, I've been practicing with this lefty.
Now, does Bronn make the journey with him? Does Bronn end up in Winterfell with him?
Yeah, just because the actor, like Bronn and Cersei, don't get along in real life. For that, if only for that. Yeah.
Bubba Husky said Brienne was looking at a white Stannis. I think that'd be a little worse phase, but maybe. That's awesome.
She's looking at Stannis with like skim mark, like a reverse mohawk.
That's like pelt. All right, this next one is Bran. Let's see if I can get this on here. I just got it. My computer's freaking out. It's probably gonna freak out even more on this. All right, so what's Bran? Say Bran's looking into the fire and basically seeing Jon and Dany. I think he's watching the porn channel through fire right there. I think he's watching Jon and Dany get some nook on right there. That's why he's like covering himself in the midsection. He's feeling a little stir, trying to hide it in case Sansa walks in.
He's like mentally projecting images to what's her name? This is where we're gonna realize that he is the Lord of Light. Like he's been sending these messages all along, staring into the flames. They're gonna show like what he was like. Maybe he goes back in a memory, and then so he'll be or like to see what happened, and then he'll be thinking about that thing, and then he'll be looking into the flame, and that like maybe he'll see. Okay, let's. Maybe he's thinking about like Jon getting attacked by the dragon. He goes and sees that, and then he's looking into the flame, and he's thinking about what happened, and then we see the Hound looking into the flame, seeing what we just saw. Like they'll just show that quick scene of the Hound looking into the flame, and we'll know that he was thinking about what happened to Jon. So we'll know that he sent the picture to the Hound unconsciously.
How did the Hound get mixed into all this?
Well, the Hound saw the fucking thing in the
Oh,
fire.
so they were both watching through the fire net and they got their beams crossed?
Well, no. Here's what I mean. Like they're just
Bubba Husky says he's watching softcore through the scramble.
I'm just saying this is my less than 1% chance that this is real. This is what's actually happening. But if they were going to show that he's kind of the one telling people what to do and he can go through time like that. So you remember the scene where the Hound, Beric Dondarrion had him look into the fire and stuff?
Right.
And he said, "What do you see?" And the Hound's like, "I don't want to look in your stupid fire." And then he explains what he sees. He sees like the mountain with it's shaped like an arrow or whatever.
So you're saying Bran's R'hllor?
Yeah. So what's going to happen is Bran's going to have gone back to see what happened in that time frame. Like maybe not necessarily this one. I'm just giving an example.
Right.
But so we'll see that flashback, or we'll see him green seeing to that point in time where he's watching what happened. And then he comes back and he goes and sits by the fire. And we obviously know he's thinking about that thing. So then all it has to do is go to a short clip of the Hound looking into the flame in that house from before. And then we will know that Bran unconsciously sent that image in the fire to the Hound, and that he is kind of making this happen. So then maybe all the other shit that Melisandre is seeing in the flames, like he's sending that, not aware that he's sending it. Or maybe he becomes aware that he's sending it.
Or maybe he is aware because like in the books, even when she looks into the flames, she sees him laughing and howling. She sees Bloodraven sitting in a tree with a young wolf pup howling and laughing sitting next to him. So yeah, maybe he is doing it all, aware or unaware. Bran's just being Bran, and we don't even realize what an evil little shit he is. He's just sitting there making all this crazy shit go down.
Hey, maybe. But I'm just gonna say that would be, if they were gonna do that, that would be a little way they could let you know. They don't even have to say it outright.
Sick, crazy tie-in.
And if they never talked about it after that, all you did was see that happened, and you would be like, "Oh shit." And then they never really explained it, so that only people that really have thought about it would be like, "Oh my god, he sent that through the fire."
That'd be nuts. No, I'm sticking with he's watching John and Danny get it on, and he's getting a stiffy. He's watching the Werewood net, like JD says, werewoodporn.net. He's getting it in. I'm going to stick with that as my answer for that one. Yep. And then let's see, we have. Does this show up? Or am I going to have to do this? It's so weird. I have to do this every time. That show, there you go. That shows right. So what's my man Varys getting into right here?
Varys is now plotting, like how, I don't know. Maybe he's looking at who would you not want to see that be coming back, or that he would be going to see. So he's at Winterfell because you see the square stone, and it's gray. I don't know what that door is behind him. Maybe he's... No, it can't be the crypts because that's underneath.
Isn't that too easy? I mean, isn't that kind of what they're making it look like? Like he's found the door to the Winterfell crypts and he's going to make his way down?
Maybe, but they showed that door before. I guess they don't really need that 100% continuity there. But...
I don't know. I mean, this is if they've cleared it out and rebuilt it, it could look like anything because there was a fire out there. It was on fire, so they could have rebuilt it. It could look like anything. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that's what they're trying to convey right there is that he's sitting there and he's found his way to the crypts and he's kind of looking and getting ready to sneak into the crypts. But I think he's just come out of – basically he's just walked out of Winterfell where he's staying and he sees somebody in the yard. Like maybe he's sitting there watching like Arya and Brienne spar, or there's somebody he knows that some shit's going on. Like maybe he's watching Brienne and Arya spar, and he knows that Arya slit Littlefinger's throat, and he's afraid that's going to happen to him next.
Maybe
because he's remembering what Melisandre said, that he's bound to die in this country, and he's thinking that maybe that's how he dies, is that Arya slits his throat like she did to Littlefinger.
Maybe he's looking at Melisandre coming back. Like, this bitch is crazy.
Bubba says, isn't it about time for him to swim upstream to spawn? The merman. For those of you in on the merman theory. Oh, that is just sick, though. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's what's up. I think he's watching Brienne and Arya spar right there, and he heard about what happened to Littlefinger, and that's what he's tripping on. I think that's what that picture is.
All right, that's not bad. Maybe he's worried. I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna go with the only person I could think that he wouldn't want to see at the moment is Melisandre. So that's who I think he's seeing. And maybe he's like, oh, he's kind of worried at first. You know, he's scared of magic. He's worried. But then he's like, oh, yeah, they're going to kill this bitch for coming back. I ain't worried about it. So he's coming to that realization.
So you think that's Melisandre he's looking at?
Maybe. Maybe he's looking like at her convoy, or her just coming up on horseback, right? She's off in the distance. I don't know.
So where did Melisandre go when she left Dragonstone?
Get reinforcements.
From where?
Essos.
You think she went to Essos?
Yeah, maybe. That's where a lot of the fucking witches are.
I think she went back to Asshai. I'm gonna say she went to Asshai. That's my guess with that. I think Melisandre went to Asshai and learned some more crazy black magic voodoo because she's trying to figure out how to defeat the Night's King. And they're like, you know, it's already written. There's nothing you can do. The Night's King is about to whoop your ass and take your power.
What about... I feel like in a world where there's actual magic shit that can happen, like, I would want to make that my practice. I would be going straight to Asshai. I'd be like, I know, like, I could grow up to be a knight, but I also could grow up and be able to use magic. I'm going to do that. But then again, like that's maybe like the magic batteries had ran out for a long time, so maybe that's why people didn't do it.
That didn't do what? The magic? Didn't do the
yeah,
magic?
less people, because I feel like if magic was so prevalent in the world, everybody would be going to a shy to learn magic and shit.
Yeah, but most people die when they go to a shy. It's not really a place people can live. I mean, most people die as soon as they get there or get killed.
Yeah,
you can't drink the water, you can't eat the food, you can't really do anything. So unless it's worth it. You die.
You don't really die. When I come back. Yep, I'm going.
You'd be in a shy. You'd take your chances. You'd be out in the boiling sea.
Yeah, I'll be doing magic. I'm telling you. But then how shitty would be? Like I said, the magic batteries had ran out in the world. So what if you get there and you're like, everybody's like, oh yeah, we can't do magic anymore. Batteries.
But you'd know that the batteries are back on from the red comet. It's like the world recharge.
So now going back, I'm like, at least for my lifetime, I'll be able to use magic. Woohoo!
It's worth it all just for magic. I did not know about that. All right, let's see if we can do this here.
Well, what kind of magic, though?
Any kind of magic. It's not worth giving up the life for.
I would go there even if I could just do what Bran can do.
Really? Just learn to live in a tree and be a werewood man?
Yeah, I just want to be able to go back in time.
Be able to, you can't change anything. You just be able to see everything, see exactly what happened. That would be a trip. I mean, do you tell people? Do you let them know? I mean, man, I'd like to go back in time and see who planned the hit on freaking JFK type of shit. Like, that'd be crazy.
You just be going out and figuring out conspiracy theories.
And stuff. Yeah, dude, breaking it down.
This is what happened.
Throw some light on the truth. What's up with Sansa right here? Why is she looking so smug?
She's looking smoking. That's what she was looking.
Yeah.
She's probably looking at Danny like, this fucking bitch. I had the chick going here. Now I gotta worry about her seducing Jon. He's like, yeah, I'm not king of the North anymore. I bent the knee. And she's like, this fucking bitch. How stupid can Jon be?
What did I say?
How stupid can you be, Jon?
I don't know. I think this is her. She's looking pretty smug. I think this is her basically getting ready to lay the sentence down on Lord Varys. And she ends up letting him live, but she lays some smackdown on him. And that's why you see his face later, because he's a little perturbed at like, man, I may not be out of the woods yet. I think this is her fucking talking to Varys. Like, you motherfucker. You let what happened to me happen, and you didn't save my dad. Fuck you. And
yeah, but
talk his way out of it.
I think Sansa can be mad. She learned enough about like the game though that I don't think she would hold Varys to that. Varys did try to help Ned, but it just didn't work out. You know, like it didn't work out.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. Why would he want to die for Ned? You know?
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, he said, he's like, what do you see? I mean, do you see a champion when you see me? Do you see a freaking hero? It's like, hell no. It's like, I did it before and I do the same thing again. It's like, if I try to help you, I'm just dead with you. That wouldn't save anybody.
Yep.
Bubba Husky says Sophie Turner's favorite book character must have been Jane Poole, being as her storyline is what gave her the clout that her show character possesses. Yeah, exactly. They definitely had to intertwine that shit.
Yeah.
Fake Arya all day. Oh shit! And then you got who's see what's going on with my man Sam here. What do you think's happening with him? It looks like he's just talking to Bran, but what's happening? Let's see here. He looks pretty giddy, so I mean, it's got to be him seeing Jon back home or something.
This is him. He looks kind of happy, but I think it's like a cheese. This again. he just came to the realization like he's not done emptying chamber pots because now he's got freaking Bran there, can't do anything. He's gonna push him around. Be changing his pot, cleaning it out. Again, no. Yeah, I think it probably has to do with Jon. Like, maybe he's seeing Jon again for the first time. Like, hey, I made it.
Yeah, he's got to be seeing Jon. He looks pretty damn happy right there. And it's like he has that clue, like he's getting ready to tell Jon that Jon's the true king.
Yeah, you'll never guess.
He's like, you'll never guess what I read. Which, yeah, that'll be fun to see how they unfold all that. Even though I don't think that's how it's going to go down in the books at all. Not at all. Because, yes, Bubba, there's going to be a baby swap. All about them babies. There's a baby swap at Starfell. It happened. That's a thing. It went down like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much most of the pictures. Oh, they got the Jaime and the Cersei one. Oh, and the Dany and the Jon, for fuck's sake.
Wasn't there an Arya one?
Oh, yeah, I just got that one. See, that's what I'm saying. I just grabbed these out of a thing. It's not even like the real ones. Let's see. We got this Jaime one happening. Right here. He's looking as this nice Jaime smug self. I think he's watching Tormund make goo-goo eyes at Brienne. He's like, you have no shot with me here, kid.
That's a pretty good one. But you know, he's still smug, you know, even though like he's doing the right thing, he's still kind of like smart ass. He didn't lose that.
No, yeah, he's Jaime. He's definitely still Jaime.
So someone probably said something stupid, and he's like, "That's like a you're stupid. What? Idiot? You think you? I don't know."
Somebody's like, "Yeah, you're the Kingslayer. How can we trust you? You're evil." And he's like, "Motherfucker, do you even know how many lives I saved? I saved everybody."
Oh wait, I got one. It's Jon telling Jaime that black looks good on him since he was mocking the Night's Watch so much before. Maybe Jon's like, "Oh, how the tides have turned."
He's like, "Well, the Night's Watch can use some good men." He's like, "Well, I didn't come here to go to the wall. You out your mind." He's like, "I'm still fucking. I'm just not my sister anymore." Yeah, I don't think he's wall bound. You think he tries to make him go to the wall, or you think he just talks shit to him about that?
No, I don't think he's gonna try to make him go to the wall, but he's wearing black. I don't know. I think that Jaime would be a good Lord Commander in the end.
Oh, of course. I think that's going to go to Jorah, though. I think Jorah's going to end up being the Lord Commander at the wall. Take over for his dad. In my opinion.
Since his dad was only doing it for him anyway.
Right. So, you know, to kind of go full circle and take it back to where it was supposed to be in the first place. I see that happening myself. Yeah, I think Jorah's going to be that. If there is a Night's Watch. I mean, they may just completely just disassemble the Night's Watch after all this. But if there is one, I think Jorah becomes the captain of it. What's Cersei looking up on here? What's going on with her?
She's, you know, they're just trying to show that she's having a baby, I guess.
You think she's pregnant in this picture?
Yeah, look at the belly is kind of coming out.
I think it's more of a Sansa situation. Like when everybody thought Sansa was pregnant because of the way her shit fit her. I just think that's just a big dress. I don't know. It could be, but I don't think they're showing baby bump there. I think maybe she's on her way to her wedding.
She's going to get married in that?
Perhaps. Maybe that's her on her way to her wedding. That's why she's wearing those colors. She's going
Well,
full Greyjoy, black and gold.
well, I think that she just saw the Greyjoy ships coming back. How about that?
All right.
She looked out because she's wearing that same outfit as before.
Or if nothing else, she just heard that Jamie's gone, and she made Euron go do a task that she thought would be impossible. And now that he's done that task, basically she owes him to be married, and she's like, shit, I gotta go face this guy. She's never gonna marry him, but she's gonna go face him and let him know, or at least tell him that she's pregnant with her kid. I think that's what he's doing right there. Either on the way to the wedding or on the way to go tell Euron that yeah, we got a little pup coming. Oh shit. And then you have your fucking Jon Snow. I never knew my mother. Jon looks pretty perturbed here. It looks like he's definitely up at Winterfell, but he doesn't look crazy happy to be there. What's going on in this situation?
I can't see it yet.
Oh, did I not share that one yet? Here, let's see here. Technical difficulties, it's coming through. What do we think of that?
He's looking back at Sansa to see her disapproval. That's what's happening. I would bet if I was going to guess one that's like pretty positive, I would think that that's this. That's what this one is. It's like, I gotta fucking explain to Sansa what's happening. She didn't.
Just all bummed out about it.
Yeah. Like, this is my 90% one for sure. This picture.
I think you're kind of on the right thing. I think he walked through and like everybody's just kind of shunning him, like fuck. They're like kind of looking at him and looking away. And he's like, when he left, he was king and everybody was kissing his ass. And now, the Ravens have flown and they all know that he bent the knee. And they're all just like, pfft, and they're all like disgusted with him and nobody will even look him in the eye. And he's just sitting there like, fuck, guys. My uncle did the same thing. My great-great-grandpa bent the knee. That's what we do to Targaryens so we don't burn. Like Bubba said, Cersei was going to get a squid cloak in that last one. After the wedding, the squid ink discolored her dress. And David doesn't think that she's had sex with him. It's Jaime's pup. I think she said it was Jaime's pup, but it's Euron's pup. I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you think if Cersei's pregnant, whose is it for sure? Andy, who do you think?
I think she has a miscarriage.
But who do you think the father would have been?
Euron.
Euron?
Yep.
I think so too. I think it's Euron's kid. But yeah, I agree. I don't think that baby lives. If it does, Tyrion will end up. If it does, she dies in childbirth, and Tyrion has to raise the baby because Maggie the Frog said she'll only have a certain amount of kids, and she's already had that amount. So maybe she has one more, but she doesn't actually have it because she dies in childbirth. Boom! That's what we're going for in that situation. And yeah, Jon right here is just, I think in this picture, Jon's just getting snubbed. Everybody was kissing his ass as king on the way out. Now the Ravens have flown, and they're just like, you bitch. And nobody's...
I don't know if it's just like how it's being presented, but it kind of looks like this was just a picture taken on the set, because if you look over his shoulder, it almost looks like there's a boom camera, and then the people there, it almost looks like one of the people has like a green suit on, or part of a green suit, but it might just be my side.
I don't know, yeah. It's pretty blurry, so it's tough to tell. I don't know. I don't see the boom camera.
You don't see that? Like, it's just this white thing that's coming
No, I see the thing sticking out, but I think that's like just something over against the wall over there. Like, I don't think that's a camera. But yeah, I like the way you're thinking.
Just conspiracy. They're not giving us nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, like I said, I think everybody's giving Jon the old snub right there. I think that's what that look is. And then you have whoa. Simmer down now. All right. I believe other than the mixed one, this is the only one I have left. And this is our new king and queen? What do we call this? What's going on? And where are they?
They are looking at...
Bubba said that thing was a catapult in the background.
A catapult?
Yeah, that long thing you were seeing, he's saying that was a catapult.
Oh, maybe. That could be too. This one, maybe they just flew up to like Carhold real quick, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
I think they flew up to the wall and they're looking at the place where the zombies walk through. They're looking where all the whites walk through. They're like, "Holy shit! They knocked that down." Yeah, I think they're looking at the wall in shambles, going, "Uh-oh, we're in trouble."
I was gonna say, like, it kind of looks like they're the Night King's army, but Winterfell doesn't have those mountains around it, does it?
Nah, not that we've seen really, no. Bubba's going with that's Jaime's kid and Cersei, because after poisoning the sand snake in front of her mother, it really got Cersei's juices flowing, so she banged Jaime right after. Which we did see that, or at least go down on him. But yeah, I don't know. Was that the baby being made? That's what she was proclaiming. But I think there's some squid. I think, like you said, I think there's some squid ink in there that took hold. And who knows? Maybe she knows it's Euron's, and that's why maybe she won't die in childbirth. Maybe she'll just kill it, like she did with Roberts. Perhaps. Holy shnikes! So where do you think they're just up at the wall, or you think they're at the wall with that? What do you think's going on with that?
That could be probably. I mean, that's pretty likely. You think they took a detour and are like, yeah, let's go check up on our boys up north real quick before we go back to Winterfell. Oh no, holy shit. What happened here?
What was that?
No.
Oh, they're looking at that like, yeah. Like, all right, the last one, I don't really have a good Arya pick, but this is the best I can do here. Let's see. Kind of a three-way that I blew up a little bit. If this works out. Does that show up?
Nope. Oh, there it is.
So what's Arya staring at so hard here?
She's looking at Daenerys.
She's looking up at a dragon, huh?
Oh, maybe a dragon. I don't know.
She looks like she's in awe. She looks like she could be looking up at a dragon.
Like,
or maybe she's just looking up at Jon like, you bent the knee, and she's going to look at him all hard, and then she's going to be like, I don't care, come here, and she's going to run over and give him a big hug.
What if she's just like the waif in disguise, and she's looking up at a dragon, and she's like, fucking finally, we got one. We're going to get one. I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I can't really tell who's behind, what's going on. There's somebody like right behind her. So definitely there's there's 4 people right there. So they're all, I would say that's got to be all the people at Winterfell getting ready to welcome Jon and Dany home. And I think Dany's going to make a grand entrance coming in on a dragon. Yep, I think Arya's staring up at a dragon like, holy shnikes. What? My man, Pete Easy finally hits the chat. What's going on, brother? It's been way too long. How you been, my man? Good to see you. Good to see you. What is new in the world of you?
Been exploring the oceans of some distant planet. That's what he's been up to.
You've been out there riding the wild seas?
He's been like, it's Subnautica, this fucking game. This video game that he got me playing, and now I'm spending freaking hours a day building bases and shit in some stupid game. It's addictive.
Too long. I never heard of that. It's a scuba game or some shit.
Yeah, it's like you crash on some alien planet and it's mostly water around. You crash in the water, and then it's a survival game. So you kind of explore the story. Like there's other survivors, and you go try to save them, and you got to constantly be drinking water and eating food as you're trying to build up to make your thing better so that you can go dive deeper into the water, because you eventually want to get off the planet. So you got to build this rocket, and you need materials to build the rocket, but then you also need to get rid of this virus you have. It's crazy.
That sounds like absolutely ridiculous.
It's pretty good though. I play it so much.
It's addicting.
Oh, it is. Fuck. But I'm almost done now, I think.
I'm gonna beat it, dude. I'm gonna beat that damn thing. You ever stream it live?
No. Yeah, for some reason it uses so much of like my memory, just like how the game caches. I think that I don't know if I could stream it very well, but
Pete says he's pretty pumped for season 8.
Is he?
He says, I can't wait for season 8. You were watching it, Pete Easy? Didn't mean to cut you off there, but I was like, you rewatching, going back through it, or are you just waiting for season 8 and going to come in fresh and been a while after it's been a while? But you can't stream because you don't have it has too much memory on the cache, so it makes your shit stall up too much.
Yeah, well, it gets kind of choppy anyways. Like it's just how the game.
Even on that brand new badass computer you showed us?
Yeah, it's how the game saves and stuff. And the stuff like pops in. So like textures won't be there. I got to get closer and then the textures pop in. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Sometimes it's not so bad, but it has to do with the memory and stuff. And maybe I should get a new graphics card. I don't know, but
it was like, I'll figure it out, damn it.
No, but it's a good game and it looks great. It's just it has some popping issues in it. I don't know. Plus, I'm doing stupid shit all the time. It's me going to collect fish and then going back. I gotta go cook fish or go make salted fish, and then I gotta go out and collect more materials and then come back. And I'm just doing that over and over again. And then I build something, and then I do that over and over again, and then I build something. I don't know how fun it'd be to watch.
Yeah,
he would be good to watch because he's building like a big base, like a bunch of rooms. He's got beds and shit. Me, I'm building a bunch of very small bases that only have the necessities all over the map. So we do the game differently.
He said we do the day. Oh, I did hear one sad, going back to Game of Thrones, I did hear one sad piece of news. Sir Pounce will not be making another appearance. He is dead on the show. Cersei hates him. He's hard to work with, and he will not be making an appearance. Sir Pounce is no more. This one's to you, Sir Pounce. Oh, man. That'd be sick, though. Maybe that'll be the first white we see coming back on screen. Sir Pounce walking through the door. People be like, what? I thought you were dead, cat. And then, boom, a bunch of whites come bursting through like, oh, shit, the Army of the Dead's here. That would be vicious. That's the kind of opening I need to see in episode 1.
Yeah, but most people would not understand that. I'd say that 90% of people that watch the show would be like, why is there just like a white cat?
No way. The true throners would know, though. That would be biblical. That's what I'm saying, Pete Easy. Sir Pounce Stoneheart. Keeping it real. He comes back with a vengeance. And he's not happy. Sir Pounce and Lady Winger. Sir Pounce and Lady Whiskers revenge. Fuck yeah. Nope. Sir Pounce didn't jump with Tom and Cersei killed him. So the story goes. Cersei hated that damn cat, so Cersei killed him. Yeah, I saw that article. OTD must have said the same thing. That's awesome. Yeah, D&D did a little spoof on the death of Sir Pounce. It was pretty good. Fucking Sir Pounce, this is to you. Oh my God, keeping it with the Lannisters. That is just smoky and punishing. What's up, Pete? Did you ever hook up with any of those House Lannister whiskeys? House Lannister whiskeys. Game of Thrones House whiskey collection? Ever get in on any of those?
Pete's coming out with like he's gonna move out west and start coming out with Game of Thrones branded strains of marijuana.
There you go. The Red Keep. Yeah. Dude, King's Landing, there'd be all sorts of good flavors you could name. Absolutely. Bring the love to the Seattle area. Cut it to the boom.
It's just like werewood brownies and shit because, you know, you could get take you other places.
Oh yeah, that would be it. I know, Pete. My girl thinks the same thing. She's like, by the time it's all said and done, and I actually try to grow up, she thinks that's where I'm going to end up, is somewhere in that industry. She's like, yeah, as big as you are into it, it's like, how are you not already doing it? I'm like, yeah. So I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. But it is live and abundant. They said, like in Oregon, you got too much supply over demand. It's killing people, which is, for like me, why even get into it when everything's perfect? I mean, I don't know. I guess I get it free anyway. But for those of us that enjoy, with the prices being so low, it is an amazing werewood situation out here.
Do you like? You should invest in one of those presses, and then you can just make wax, like dab all the time.
Yeah, right. Actually, my buddy had one, and I have another buddy that does have a machine for making the oil too. I mean, yeah, it's not hard to. Ooh, excuse me, it's not hard to get any of that stuff. But I'll tell you what, whiskey warms you up. Like if you're ever cold, just start sipping on some whiskey. You'll be warmed up in no time. Like there is 7 inches of snow outside, and I'm in here about to start sweating. House Werewood swag, get it in, Pete. That'd be dope.
I'm just
Didn't I see something? Didn't you get, or weren't you working on getting like a 3D machine or something like that? Some kind of 3D model making machine or something? I thought I remember something like that.
Pete?
Yeah, Pete. I thought Pete was doing that. I don't remember exactly. I thought something like that was going down.
Pete does all kinds of grinding. Like
good.
He's got some good ideas, like some shit he wants to do for Game of Thrones. I won't spoil it for him.
No, let it go. I say there needs to be a freaking Game of Thrones Salador San Caribbean spiced rum.
There you go.
That's what we need. A Salador San Caribbean spiced rum would be amazing.
We just need a spiced rum. I would buy it if there was a spiced rum. I would buy one because I like it.
So great. You'd have like the big like total colorful sails, just like he has in the books and shit. Have it like look like that, just a big plume, big rainbow of different colors. That'd be so tight. As long as it was good. But even if it wasn't, we'd all buy it. You already know.
I love spiced rum. That's
my jam.
Vodka. Those two things. I know they're like opposite, but
yeah, they are.
Those two are my favorite.
Oh man, the Captain Morgan's private stock. I can pretty much almost drink that without the Coke these days. It's just too smooth. It goes down so easy. Yeah, we always have a good night when I break one of those bottles out.
I always like Sailor Jerry's.
See, I'm such a, I don't know. I guess I'm just a drink snob when it comes to, I'm a rum snob. Because, dude, whenever I was at a bar DJing and they didn't have Captain Morgan's, I would drink Canadian, Crown Royal. It's like the closest thing to private stock. I mean, it has a little more of a bite, but I would rather drink Crown Royal than Sailor Jerry's or Oaken Heart or Kraken or any of that. I did not like the taste of that stuff.
I don't even like Kraken. Like I mean, I like spiced rum. Like I drink Kraken, but I don't like Kraken.
No, it's rough. It's rough. And when you're just used to Captain and yeah, because that's like back then, especially like the only time I really, even now, except for now I'm getting into whiskeys again, but pretty much the only time I drink is when I work. Like when I'm DJing, I'll be drinking. Other than that, usually puffing or whatever. But Now, I don't know. Ever since my girl got me the entire Game of Thrones set, I'm like just balls deep in whiskey lore now. Watching a bunch of whiskey videos and learning about that. It's crazy. So that's my new hobby. I'm going to start collecting a whole bunch of whiskeys, which is going to be easy and cool because I'll be able to keep a lot of them because I really don't like the taste of whiskey that much, I've been finding out. It'll be easy to keep it. But
You don't like the taste of whiskey, you're finding.
Yeah.
Who does? I hate whiskey. That's like my least favorite.
It's rough, dude. It's got some burn. So that's like the hunt because they say, sooner or later you'll run into one that'll change your life or whatever. So, well, let's have some fun checking out whiskeys. And some of the bottles look cool. It'll be a cool collection to have, whatever. We'll see. I don't hate it. I'd prefer to drink Captain Morgan's private stuff.
I like the bottles because they look like rum bottles. I always think of like that bulb in the thing is rum.
It gives it a nice cork pop when you open it with those. But then again, like, does the Captain have that?
The original Captain does, like regular Captain Morgan does.
I haven't seen a regular Captain bottle in so long. I like the little private stock. It's like a nice little pirate bottle, like what you'd see on a pirate ship. And it blows me away that I drank rum, and I've been doing all these, like, dude, I've watched thousands of whiskey reviews and shit. And then I was like, oh, I like rum. Let me check that out. And so I just finally started watching that. And then, yeah, they look like they got some pretty cool rums out there. So now I got to go get those and check those out, see how those taste.
Yeah, you find one better, and you'll be like, gosh, dang it. Now I got to drink this.
Yeah, because a lot of people are acting like the private stock, like it's just candy. Like it's like a little kid's drink. Like, so you go to,
yeah.
They have this.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say they have this El Dorado that looks like it's pretty good. They have like a 12 and a 15 and an 18-year one. So it'll be cool to go check on that and, see the difference, see what the taste is, if I actually like that or like this better. Private stock, I mean, it's private stock, but it's not very expensive. It's still super cheap. I mean, depending on where you live, it's between 20 and 30 bucks a bottle. Where that other shit's more like between 40 and 80 bucks a bottle.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, I don't know. Whenever I drink, if I try something new, I'm always like someone that just got their taxes back. I'm like, hell yeah, let's get this $100 bottle. And usually those things are not that great. If you drink expensive liquor, like expensive rums even, they're not. I would rather have Sailor Jerry's. It's like, fuck.
Right, and I've heard a lot about that. I've heard a lot of people say that. You spend all this money on a whiskey, this $300 bottle of whiskey, and you can get a lot better dram out of a $40 bottle. So it just depends on what you get. You got to know what you're doing. But, that's part of the experience and going out and tasting it. That's all part of it. One True David says, I don't drink at all, really. Tried that Johnny Walker White Walker, but that's it. Oh, you poor bastard. What'd you think of that, buddy? So many people pan that White Walker like it's just the worst shit ever. And not being a whiskey drinker, I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty. I mean, I didn't mind. See, my first drink, I drank the Greyjoy, and it was gasoline, like drinking kerosene. And then I drank the Lagavulin, the Lannister, and it was just like a smoother Greyjoy, and it was still just bitter with that Greyjoy memory on my mind. So then we drank the White Walker, and it's supposed to be frozen. As you can see, I've always shown it. It looks like that, and then if you put it on the other side, it has a special little thing that prints out once the bottle's frozen. And now here I'm showing you again without it. But of course, like I showed in my last videos, when you show that, it says winter is here right here. But when it's warm, it's totally gone, which is kind of a trip. Definitely one of the coolest alcohol bottles I've ever seen. But yeah, so you put it in the freezer, and then it says winter is here, and I guess when you put it in the freezer, that numbs all the taste, so you can't really taste it. It hides like all the stuff that's not that great. So when I shot it after the Lannister and the Talisker, I thought it was the best one yet. But I guess it was just because it was like drinking frozen liquid, and you can't really taste all the flavors. But so yeah, that's why I was wondering. The One True David, what'd you think of it when you tasted it? What'd you think of that White Walker? Because a lot of people were not the biggest fan of it. Tasted the same to me, but smoother. That's it. Says the special message when chilled. Then all it said was when I was gone. That is a special message. That is pretty cool, though, I think. They got like it says nothing on the side, and then you put it in the freezer, and all of a sudden it's got that writing on the side. I think that's a pretty cool little gimmick. I thought I was pretty impressed with that. I'm easily impressed though. Oh, for shits and giggles. Right on, man. I just wanted to jump in and kind of see where everybody was at. It's been way too long. I figured we might as well start getting the Tuesday night thing going again. So by the time the season gets here, we'll be like in full swing, up and running, and everybody will just be used to seeing us on Tuesdays again. So I figured, why not pop in and get it started early? What do you got going on for the rest of the week? Oh, wait a minute. No, my man finally just jumped in. Big man, Pete, easy. What's good, brother?
Man, I had to get some shit together. What's up, man?
My man, it has been way too long. How have you been?
Oh, man, I've been working a lot, bro. Damn, but I just got a new job, so it basically makes me more available in the nighttime because I don't got to wake up so early. I used to have to wake up at like 5 in the morning and drive 2 hours to work. This shit was crazy for a long time.
Yeah, that ain't easy. That ain't easy. So you're not doing the watching the film sets anymore?
No, I'm not doing that no more. I'm back in the screen printing. So, I don't got my own shop anymore, but I've been screen printing at other shops. You know what I mean? They're basically just been getting a steady check from it. Shit works out great.
There you go. So you're making like hats and shirts or what?
Yeah, shirts, hats. I'm doing like those all over print shirts. There's a lot of new stuff too. I was learning a little bit of embroidery, but I didn't get a lot of chance to really work with that as much. But I still just been doing like high level screen printing, just really upping my game as far as the screen printing goes.
Oh, that sounds hella tight. You can't be mad at that.
Yeah, man, just been grinding, man. It's just been crazy.
Nice. You ever catch up with any of those house whiskeys?
Man, I've never tasted them. I was trying to get some for Christmas, but they were just like so hard to find.
Oh, they sold out quick.
Man, for real. I'm about to put these headphones in real quick. Hold on real quick.
Yeah. It is,
y'all can still hear me?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, I got this fresh ass mic, man. Got my voice all freshed up. Crazy Andy and shit. Yeah.
He said, check this out.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see this shit? Oh, this shit. Andy gave me this shit.
Oh, snap. He's stepping up into the big time.
Oh, yeah. Nice and clear. No choppiness.
So check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can you hear me now?
For real. But yeah, man, like we were saying about the I didn't get that 3D printer, yo. But I've been doing these little molds. I'm actually about to take one out right now. That's this shit right here. I just been making different just different little pyramids and random little shapes, little colors and shit. So this would be the perfect time. But like, yeah, I made this shit right here. It's like it's not a real pyramid. It's like a triangular prism. But this whole base is all glow. It's white glow. And this base like all solid black. And then it's clear all through the middle, yo.
That's a trick. What is it made? What's in it? What's that made out of?
It's made out of epoxy resin. So it's like clear in the middle. You know what I mean? But
right. What a trip.
It's hard, yo. But I got a whole bunch of these. I pulled them all up. I pulled them over here. I'm trying to get them together to show y'all. But look at this one I made. It just had a picture of a sun that I had in a frame. And I cut it and put it in a little round mold. I add all these little colors in it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. I'm trying. Look at this bud right here. I'm gonna do something with this.
Right here. It's like you don't need to live in Seattle to keep it real.
Yeah, the thing that Andy was talking about, these are little prototypes I did. I'm trying to make some weirwood bark. You know what I mean? Like this is like a bark mold, like a tree mold. So I'm trying to make it all white and then have like the red, for the blood. You know what I'm saying? But this first one came out looking like a used tampon and shit. But I got it's like branches. They're like real tree branches. So I'm planning on making a bunch of these and going to the con and shit. Probably hand them out. Try to make a little sale off them, a little grab bag sale or something like that. I got these too, little hearts, like the Zelda hearts. You know what I mean? I just been making.
David says Pete's eyes lower than Tyrion's nutsack.
So you already know.
Oh hell yeah! We don't have time for Valentine's Day.
For real, yo.
Oh, that's clean, dude. That's hella tight. Yeah, that's gonna take some getting used to be able to dial that in. That does not look like it's gonna be easy.
Look at this shit right here. This is something my girl made. It's a pyramid, a 4-sided pyramid, but it's got these feathers all through. You probably can't see the details. And that's kind of like been my problem, is trying to show the detail of all of this stuff on a webcam. Like a diamond.
Look at that.
So that's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, exactly. That's just it.
It's all the stuff we just been making. This one I made, you can't really tell, but I chopped up like an old motherboard and put it in there. And it's got an amethyst crystal in the middle. And then this tip is glow. And I put like all these gold wires going through it. And then that's lapis lazuli. So I try to use a lot of real stones. And, you know, just stuff that looks good, really. It's a big old quartz I'm probably use pretty soon.
So can you put anything like on it and then mold stuff around it?
Yeah, it's like basically like this is a mold for that. So it's like a silicone mold. Mm-hmm. And if you can make a mold out of, you can make a mold out of anything really with silicone and then just fill it up with that. And it pours clear. Just almost like how this is just clear. But you can color it. You can taint it with different colors and try different things.
Wow.
So like something like this, I like let it dry at 3 different levels. And then like this is glow, this is some food coloring, and then this is highlighter. This is like pink highlighter. You know what I mean? So like that shit responds to the black light and everything.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty clean. Put some
Yeah.
purple lights on it and make it. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make some bigger ones or some custom molds, just different things. These are stuff I started to play with.
Oh, that's sweet. Could you make like a little baby dragon egg?
Yeah, that's the goal, yo.
Let's start getting some of them Danny dragon eggs and selling those. That's a mint.
Yeah, that's it. I got the dragon eggs and the weird branches. I'm gonna have that ready for the con and shit. Yeah.
There you go. Once you David wants to know why you don't hang that Mormont banner.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta get more banners, man. So basically I gotta replace all them black sheets and papers with banners. That's my goal. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I'm gonna get this shit fleshed out pretty soon.
That's the one thing I thought I was going to get for Christmas. I thought I was going to get some of them banners, but they must have sold out. And I went back to go get them myself. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, man. I want a Blackwood one for real. That's the house right there.
There you go. Hell yeah. Keep it real.
Blackwood.
I only want the laughing tree. Like I want a laughing tree one.
That would be clean.
That would be dope.
I don't think I've ever seen one, but that would be biblical.
That would be dope. Man. I might just want to print one myself.
Print me out one. I'm gonna
print out one.
Yeah, that's just it. He's like, you got to make your own. I'm gonna make my own Giant Clan one. You know what I'm saying? Like House Giants. What north of the wall? This is how we get down.
For real. When winter comes, face ass. Yeah.
You gonna make it to the con again this year?
Oh yeah. That's why I plan on having all this stuff ready for. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Get a little booth or something, or even walk around with a little suitcase and just.
I'm walking around doing a guerrilla style, man.
That'd be tight. Don't even pay for a booth.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Get your little finger on. Hell yeah.
I'm trying to just do like a little grab bag. You grab 2 of these, you know what I mean? 2 for $5, something like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. That'd be clean. Everybody will do it. Didn't little Game of Thrones. Yeah. You can get your houses printed on it or whatever. Like anything.
I was thinking for the hearts, just get the logo of the house and just put it in the heart. So that's easy for somebody to be like, yeah, I love House Lannister. Give me that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So just a couple of little ideas, man.
Or put like love for Lannister love.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm always gonna have some shirts too. It's just hard to like prepare having shirts to sell. You know what I mean? Like you either need to be doing it where you're pressing them on the spot, or you need to just know that you're gonna sell out. You see what I'm saying? Like you just have a small amount, just so you can sell out and just make your money back. You know? What I mean?
Exactly. Just a small printing, because whatever you have to have like all the different sizes, styles. It's like so how many shirts are you actually gonna be able to bring?
Like, if I do like a set like that, I would like bring my press and then just have shirts on deck and then have the designs ready. You tell me what size you want. 30 seconds later, you got your shirt. You know what I mean? Like,
or just come and hit it up and have like a little website on your phone or pictures on your phone and be like, look, I can make this. I can whip it up for you in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just like pay up front and let's get it done. Everybody be walking around with Pete Easy shirts.
Yeah, I'd love that.
At the back, so dope. That'd be sweet.
Like last year I came up with the Throner slogan. I had the Throner shirt with the Kind of Thrones logo, and a bunch of people was asking me for that shirt. I was handing out stickers for free. But you know, I mean, if I came up with that shirt, I think people would buy that.
Absolutely.
For all the Throner stoners, you know what I'm saying?
That's how we do it. Hell yeah, that's got to be done. That's what I was saying. Somebody else was in the chat earlier. I was like, man, I want to go down there and just hang out with Sick Pete Easy. But I was like, we'll never make it out of the smoking section.
I never did. Like I was telling Andy, like I needed you in one there, bro, because you know I was kind of smoking people under the table, bro. I don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like we rolled up. You know what I'm saying? Like, time to smoke, shit.
Absolutely.
But you know what was dope about that for real? I'll never forget is that like I'm sitting there with like Tony and Phil and everybody who I would just be watching, you know, like how we chilling right now. And it's like, it didn't feel no different. You know what I mean? Because it was just like, this is what I would be doing anyway. I'll be sitting here chilling, smoking, and acting like I'm with y'all anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's only they're there in person except for through the screen.
I can actually dap you up this time when you say something dope instead of just typing it up. You know?
Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that shit was a great experience. I think, you know, outside of all of the, you know, people talking and the seminars and all that, the best part was just meeting the people that you interact with every day or, you know, every week. Of course. You know,
all the people you've been seeing all this time, it's like you finally get to like, what's up? Seeing them in person.
Yeah.
Who was like the most different seeing them in person than seeing them online? Like, oh my God, you're so much taller than I thought you'd be, or you're so much shorter, or oh, you're nothing like I thought you'd be. Like,
well, I think the only surprise for me that weekend was King McKay, yo. I had no idea that King McKay was gonna be there. And then when I found out that he was King McKay, it wasn't because he was like, oh, you know, I'm King McKay. It was like his brother, like, no, you guys don't realize this is King McKay. And then everybody's like, whoa, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You not saying anything for? What's wrong with you, man? You
You're just coming in undercover.
Yeah. That was dope, you know. And they was there from New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like, that's crazy, yeah. I thought I drove far. You know what I'm saying?
How far away are you from Tennessee, Andy?
Right next door.
Yeah. I mean, from Tennessee, I'm like 10 minutes. But from to Nashville, where it is, I think it's a couple hours. How long is it for you, Pete?
Probably be about 3 hours. Probably about three or 4 hours to get.
Do you go through Chattanooga?
Yeah.
So it's probably about the same for me, even though like, because going up. So it's probably about 3 hours or, 2.5 hours.
Oh shit! So you could literally drive there in 2.5 hours?
Yeah. Wow.
You got no excuse. When is it?
It's on my birthday, bro. The first day is my birthday.
What?
Yeah, man. The 12th, July 12th.
So I got to figure out, like, I'll see if I can go. My daughter has, like, some STEM camp where, like, basically some science nerd camp. So she might be gone, but I don't remember when we set it up, like, when we sent her to go. But it's in July. So if she's gone, that'll be perfect.
Yeah.
My wife can go. But if not, I'm going to try to I'm just going to go by myself. We'll see how that flies.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, that should fly about like Toman did out his window.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll show you what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look something like this. When I'm gonna ask
it. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm like, I'm just trying to do Game of Thrones stuff with my friends.
See how that works out.
I'm telling you, that's the hardest part to understand, bro. Like, what do you mean? You're just gonna go hang out for the weekend and just talk about Game of Thrones? What do you think I am, stupid?
You think you're leaving and you're gonna go on vacation without me? What?
Yeah.
No, you just got to bring her with. That's all.
Yeah, and then they'll be bored as hell and be like, "Oh, damn, you actually were gonna do that?"
Hey, my wife would be going around Nashville, like going to see freaking Elvis's shit and stuff.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
That's
Let her
that.
take
That's
the
the
tour.
plus right there. You could make it a double trip.
Yep. Let her do the tour, and you just get in there on the nerd shit. And
I gotta go dressed up as Tormund. I gotta figure out how to do that. I gotta get some rabbit pelts.
I was about to say, you just gotta get
Yeah.
some furs and time together. That ain't.
They
too
got to
much.
go to the Cherokee tribe out there and shit. They got it.
For sure.
You can make it.
I just seen something. I was at the gun show this weekend, and they had like a Cherokee booth there, and I seen this little pouch there made out of deer feet. I'm like, damn, I'm about to get my Arthur on and shit. Like, a little satchel and shit. Somebody get this shit. For real.
Shit, I'm gonna get my Arthur on.
Fucking Red Dead. Red Dead.
Yeah.
For anybody that didn't get the joke.
Classic. Y'all be playing them video games, man.
Man, I be on the games, bro. That's like my little downtime. That's all I can really do, man.
He likes those
kids.
Holy shit, that's been forever. I haven't seen that name in forever. What's good? Iron Trone just at the chat.
Oh,
man, I ain't heard this from him in a minute.
Wow.
Oh, and he just gets right back into it old school style. Q&A, how would Elvis do in Westeros? Oh, he hasn't missed a beat. It's been over a year. He just jumps right back in. That's classic. What's good, Iron Chone? Good to see you, man.
Bubba Husky's in Knoxville? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's right there, too.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all around there.
Close.
Bubba, you going to the con?
What's up, Bubba? You going to make it there?
I'm going to hit your ride with Pete. You
Yeah,
know,
I'll come
you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Shit. I'll hitch a ride with, nobody, because I'm 3,000 miles away.
someone will be going from out there.
Oh, dude. We'll be flying. Please believe. That's a long-ass flight, though.
Yeah, backwards in time and shit. You're going to be going back in time.
I almost have to transfer and shit. I hate transferring.
You're going to be in the future and shit.
What's that?
So you're going to land in the future and shit.
I'm telling you, man, it is deep. That's the other side of the world. Knoxville.
Man, I'm trying to get to the west side of things for real, man. It's so crazy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, shit like that.
Bring your ass to the west.
As he bubbled. Technical
Shit, it's going to be
difficulties.
legal everywhere soon.
Man, it's going to have to, bro. It's
There's just too many states.
yeah, man.
Too many states legalizing it. They can't.
I mean, in downtown Atlanta, it's illegal. It's you can possess it, but you got to have like a medical reason why. You know what I mean? But there's no doctors out here who's willing to, sign your little green card and shit.
Yeah, but I know, like in Florida, if you got I think it's a federal thing. Like if you got your card to get weed, you can't own a gun.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Damn. Well, that sucks.
Just
Holy shit. Talking about legends hitting the chat. You see who else just showed up? My God. Really? Gang's all here. What's up, BBM? How you doing out there, man?
Oh, BB.
Oh, yeah. You just get done streaming something? What'd you just put up? I know you put up something. I mean, he has to be the hardest working man in the game. My man, he never misses a day. Sometimes 2 or 3 in a day.
Bims.
Dang.
Mr. Bims. BBMs.
I'm telling you, how do you do it? I mean, he's got to have it so dialed, like he must just fly through the shit. Because I know sometimes he'll be on live streams with us and knocking out a couple of them and shit.
Sexy turn up.
Right?
BBM, I don't know if you know this, like BBM does those reaction videos. You know what really started the reaction videos? Like what made them like a viable thing?
What's that?
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Yes.
So
You're
that's
right
what
that.
started
That's the first reaction video. Yep.
Yeah, so all these reaction videos and shit. So BBM got his roots for his channel from 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
He's like, that's where it all started from. I hope you're happy.
No, man, but I ain't gonna front. But I remember one of his first videos that he did a reaction to was something in Westworld, bro. I was like, bro, I know people are gonna be watching BBM's reaction videos, yo, because he reacts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a very real reaction, yo. And
BBM, you haven't seen Two Girls, One Cup? I will 100% watch that reaction video.
yes. If you watch that,
I will 100%.
You gotta watch the whole thing. That was the original challenge.
Oh my god!
If you could make it through Two Girls, One Cup, you made it through the challenge. But
LP, when you head back to Atlanta from like the casino here,
yeah,
you know the part that goes from North Carolina to Georgia. There's a big sign that has like 3 girls, and it's this company called 3 Girls Fudge.
Yes.
Every time I see it, I'm like, damn it, I keep forgetting where that sign is because I want to stop and take a picture of it and put it out there like, they're coming out with a trilogy.
For real. 3 Girls, No Cup.
that just sounds awful.
Oh, man. That's an early internet like thing, for real. Like, that was like one of the first viral videos. For real. That's crazy. That would be a great reaction video. I will watch the hell out of it.
I'm very happy to say that I have yet and never to have seen that video.
You don't want to see it. Yeah.
I don't want to see it. I'm well aware. I get the gist of it. I've heard things. I'm like, you can keep it. I don't need none of it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah. Whoa. What
happened here? No, that's not supposed to happen.
No, that's 0 to 2,000 real quick, for real, bro. That escalated too fast.
I can't even imagine, and I don't want to. I don't want to.
Oh my god.
What's up, BBM? BBM says me and DJ, the only ones that haven't seen it. Absolutely.
Save yourselves.
Here you go, BBM. This is House Lannister Lagavulin vodka. This one's to you, buddy, for not watching that nastiness.
Are you just sipping it, or you're pounding it?
I just pounded the rest of it. Look at that. Look at that. Empty.
His out.
Dude, I just poured like a 3 drinker out of this damn thing. But he's like, yep, you can't pour any of it back. You got to drink it.
Yeah.
Coming from the sober guy.
You got to save some so you can do like a drinking game while watching it in season.
I know. That's what I'm like. What am I going to do? It's like, I've had like a couple buddies taste this and that of it. And I was thinking about doing like a big taste test with all my buddies. But I'm like, shit, it's already going down. Like half of them are half gone already.
Yeah, I saw you when you was doing the beer taste test. Yeah, I was like, damn, I wish I want a beer like that. Shit.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I was like,
back with you right now. I got to take a trip to Seattle now. Shit.
I'm telling you, you got to get up here, man. We got about 21 flavors of like Buddha in the back. And we got about 15 flavors of whiskey. Yeah, I'll tell you what, been DJing for 20 years. You don't wait in any lines at any clubs. We'll just go get some drinks and kick it.
Oh, man, for real.
Do it up. Okay. We have a good time around here. I'm not going to lie.
Man, we got to organize this shit, man. Andy, I'm coming to pick you up. And, we got to get to one of these cons or something, man. Meet in the middle somewhere. Let's just meet in Colorado or something.
Absolutely.
For real.
Colorado would be sweet. It doesn't even matter. I don't care what con I'm at. I don't go anywhere without a bunch of all day and day. It's like there will be plenty of it, no matter what con or what state or what's happening.
Yeah,
call under the door because it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
For real, man. Like I love that shit too, because it's like no matter where I'm going, you know I'm gonna be smoking. You know what I'm saying? And like one of my boys, he went to a concert with me. You know what I mean? And it explicitly said no smoking concert. You know what I mean? I'm like, but it's a concert though. You know what I mean? So that just means like no smoking cigarettes inside there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna just test the waters a little bit, spark it up, and just see if anybody reacts. You know, you wait for them to smell it. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's tripping. The guy on stage is like, "Oh man, you better." The guy on stage is like, "If you smoking that shit, you better spark it up." You know what I'm saying? Like,
jealous. That's all.
Yeah, shit. Let's smoke then. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "No, man, put that shit out. Put it out." No. He takes a big step away from me to separate himself in the crowd and shit, right? So then a couple of chicks walk up and you know, they want to smoke, of course. You know what I'm saying? And then after we leave out of the after we leave out of the concert or whatever, some other people walk up and they're like, "Man, somebody was smoking some good shit in that concert." And he goes, "That was us. That was us. We were smoking that shit." I was like, "Brother, you weren't trying to smoke that shit. We're trying to flex now, you know." Try to take a rap when you didn't want to be a part of this, leaving me.
Right? Trying to jump up in it. Like, he's like, once the ladies are on board, it's all in. I'm good.
I'm telling you, bro. That shit was funny though.
That is classic. Let's get it.
Oh yeah.
All right, what's going to be the next flavor? I just pounded some Lagavulin. I'm kind of in the mood for another one. What house should we break down and taste next?
We need a reaction video. I want to see a reaction to the Greyjoy one. Oh, there we go.
Down with that. I'm gonna save that one.
We gotta see a reaction.
Yeah, I'll save that for. I'm gonna save that for the real time video.
In the chat.
That ruins like my taste on everything for like 3 days. Like everything I taste for 3 days is just like. Ugh.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah, that's a real whiskey, man.
It's so bitter and
dead may never die.
Oh, it is. It is exactly what you'd think you would get drinking with the Greyjoy.
Greyjoy, wow.
Kerosene, salty, smoky, peaty, just wrath in your face, dude. It's so gnarly. It is so gnarly. Yeah, I can't. That's a negative on that one right now. I got to build back up to that. That is a negative Ghost Rider. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But you can pick any other one except for I've been saving the fucking House Baratheon trying to wait for my
Tully. You cracked the Tully yet?
Oh yeah, you got the Tully. That's absolutely.
I mean, did you do the Targaryens? I mean,
I need a website where I can buy Game of Thrones liquor. You can, but the secondary market is outlandish.
Yeah,
they're selling it from anywhere between basically $1,100 and $2,000 for the set.
Straight up.
and if you'd have bought it like in the store, like a Total Wine, it'd have been like $420. Good number, right? But yeah, fucking $420, and now they're selling it for like just under $2,000, like $1,699. But they're like, oh, we're throwing in the 9th White Walker one, which is like, yeah, thanks.
I'll be happy with just getting that Johnny Walker one, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love the set for the whole collection of it, but like as much as it is now, I would be cool if I could just get me a bottle of Johnny Walker for next season.
Yeah, it's you want to put it in the freezer. If you put it in the freezer and then just take shots of it, it's awesome because it just flies right down. It's nothing. Like there's no smell or fucking anything like that, but it goes down nice and smooth when it comes out of the freezer. I wouldn't drink it straight or neat like I have it now. Like you want it out of the freezer for sure.
Got you.
You want to be able to read the winner is here on the side, and then it's good.
Got you. Oh man, that's dope though.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's the coolest bottle I've ever seen. It's like, how does it just have magic letters that come through and shit? David Adams said he wasn't impressed. He's like, I thought they were gonna give some big elaborate like secret to season 8 and shit, some big spoiler. I'm like, how are you gonna fit all that on the side of a bottle?
The whole plot twist right there.
Right? He's like, well, really, what happened with Hodor is he's gonna come in as a white, and it's like, shit, put all that on a bottle. He was like, it'd be dog piss inside the bottle as much money as it cost to make it.
Yeah, man. It wouldn't even matter what they put in it, really. Shit, it just had the Game of Thrones label on it.
Exactly, and that's kind of what it is. Because if you look at a lot of reviews, it's not faring well. People are disgusted by it. Like that's the nastiest shit ever. So
that's like the shit they were trying to get rid of for years.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, they're like, I know how we get rid of this. Put Game of Thrones; it'll sell like hotcakes.
Hell yeah.
Drink. I want to. How's the Tyrell one?
Dude, bitter. So
okay, then that one.
My girl got me this set, and she was able to get all of them except for the House or the Oban, the Night's Watch, and House Tyrell. And then my sister just went nuts on the internet and found this place way up in BFE, and they had a Night's Watch and a Tyrell. So my girl jams up there the next day. They sold the Tyrell. They didn't have it, but they had the Night's Watch, so she got that. So I was like, I was just like, dude, I got them all but House Tyrell. I'm good. It's like, I can't be mad at it. Dude, my girl went above and beyond and went out to make sure I had the finished set and went nuts and got the House Tyrell. So that's kind of a special bottle. Fucking kind of big time. And dude, it's a 51.2 APV, which means it's like almost 102 proof, dude. It's insanely strong. And it's nuts, dude. Smell here. All right, we'll do it. You talked me into
it. Let's see it.
We'll do the House Tyrell tasting, but it's so crazy because it smells so sweet and floral, and it just smells like smoothness and sweetness, like it's gonna be just so nice and friendly. And then you drink it, and it's like fucking a dragon just blew down your fucking throat. It's like, oh my god, dude, it's insanely potent, man, like nuts.
You just spit fire like you just blew a demon.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like somebody dropped wildfire down my throat. It is
some Arya Targaryen juice and shit.
OTD says the drinking game, every time Cersei looks pissed in Game of Thrones, a drink. You'd be wasted by the first scene. So yeah, Dave, there are definitely sites you can buy it, but it is ridiculously expensive. You don't want none of that. That's second market.
You can get like the Stark one for like $64, $65.
Where at?
The very first site this popped up, Sip Whiskey.
Yeah, but like try to put in like a fake Washington freaking address and see what happens. Dude, our state sucks. They won't let us gamble. They won't let us gamble online. They won't let us do anything. They just took away freaking Poker Stars, the fake site, so you can't even play like fake poker online and like shit like that. You're not allowed. Like we're one of the states. They will not send liquor to Washington. Like it's in state laws. We can't even order liquor and get it sent here. It is bullshit how strict they are on it. It's like we are grown ass motherfucker. What the? That's annoying. It is annoying.
And Portland was one of my cities, man. Damn, I wanted to move out there.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, how strict they are out here. But yeah, House Clinish, House Tyrell. People say this the rose looks like an alien. It's kind of crazy looking. It's pretty bitter. But yeah, this is a special one. This is so hard to find, and you'll notice. Look up House Tyrell Clinish online when you're looking, and see the prices that people are selling this one for.
Yeah, that's why I picked that one. That one is the Night's Watch. Like that one is 109. Like was what it was selling for.
What'd you say it was?
109, but it was sold out, so you can't even get it on that.
Yeah, no. Try to find one that actually has it. It's 4 times that.
Yeah, for real.
It's over $400. If you try to buy this, it's literally by the time you do shipping and handling, it's going to be over $400 for this damn bottle.
Those are the things I wish I just went ahead and bought just so I could cap off the market.
Dude, that's why my girl was so mad. She's like, she saw it right away, but she knew that I didn't like whiskey, so she didn't know, like, do I want to spend that much money on something he don't even really like? And then, of course, I freaked out and loved it, and she was pissed. She's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but, I mean, it would have probably been better if you wouldn't even drink them. You just have that money.
Up the money and shit.
Every time someone drinks one of those bottles, your bottle gets worth a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. You could resell if you wanted to get it and resell it. And that's why I said there's actually a little spot around the way that's like a little this little mom and pop liquor store that just opened up, and they actually bought a case of it, and they were the ones we bought ours from. That's where I got these from. And they have everything but the Oban, the Night's Watch, and the House Tyrell. So they have the other 6 of them, which is pretty sick.
I'm going to go to the liquor store here. They might have some.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to dude, if you can get this, get it. And dude, you can sell this for $400 on the secondary market. And it's like $65, I think, if you buy it in the store. Which is crazy, dude.
I might need to nobody on my side give a fuck about Game of Thrones. They'll be like, man, I ain't buying that shit.
Right? And see, like, I'm the person I'm the idiot that these guys made it for. Like, just the Game of Thrones fanboy who collects freaking alcohol Game of Thrones bottles. So I had to have it, you know what I mean? Like, absolutely had to have it. But yeah, dude, that's pretty pumped. But yeah, this is amazing, dude. It's so freaking punishing. It hurts. It's not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that. It is. But it's so nice and friendly, like.
Look at that, Tiny. He just.
I was about to say that, dude.
Oh, dude, you know how expensive this shit is? Yeah, you damn right I put a little one in there. That's how you're supposed to do it, though. That's how you do
Oh, that's how you put it through the snifter or whatever that cup is and shit.
That's how it's done. Especially when you're paying that much for a motherfucking bottle. You make it last.
You gotta school us on how to be classy. I live in the middle of Appalachia.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, I've watched about 1,000 whiskey videos, dude. I've been getting it in, checking it out. They got these cats on the thing called the Whiskey Vault. You guys should check that out. Even if you don't drink whiskey, they are entertaining as shit. Just little 10-minute videos on doing tastings every day. But yeah, they're funny as fuck.
Almost like some sommelier shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Well, one is he's the only in America. He's the only level 3 whiskey sommelier. And then they call his buddies like level 10 mooch or whatever, like just being fucking around. Yeah, they have fun. It's pretty cool, entertaining as shit.
That looks like BBM got a question. Who you think about that?
Yeah, you see how clear that is? Can you see it? I mean, that is. But I could literally light that on fire right now. It's 102 proof.
Damn,
that is insane. It's about to go in my body. That's the messed up part. All right, what kind of questions we got?
With a marker, I'm gonna bring moonshine, like just mason jars, and I'm gonna draw Game of Thrones shit on it. He's like, these are special edition, made straight from Appalachia.
BBM, who's going to be the first one to die? Well, since Sir Pounce is going to be the first White Walker scene, I'll say the first actual death is going to be, since you said it can't be Cersei, because I already said, you weren't here yet, but I already said that Cersei's going to die in episode 4. I already called that out. Cersei dies in episode 4. Mark it down. Going to happen. Done deal.
It's going to be some random ass Unsullied.
And I also said that the mountain is going, or the Hound is going to hold down the mountain, and they're both going to burn up in wildfire. Those are my first 2 predictions for the season.
Could be.
Like that. I've been saying so far away from all of this shit all year. It's like feeling like virgin to me again and shit.
Right? That's what I was telling everybody. I was like, dude, I checked out. I literally just checked out for like 8 months. Like, I haven't watched too much. I haven't seen anything. It's like, I was diehard, just living, breathing, eating Game of Thrones for so damn long. It's like, all right, let's cleanse the palate and just literally check out here for a minute.
Yep, that's exactly what I was on too. But like, I feel like it reinvigorated the passion for it though, because like, you know, on this little rewatch I'm doing, I'm noticing, like you always say, you always notice way more shit after you watch it again and again and again and again. But it's just like things just clicking better and seeing how it's building the story up, and you know, not being able to judge it so much and just really just watch it as a fan again made everything pop all over again. You know, like I'm halfway through season 2 right now. So
there you go. Yeah, I'm excited. Like I just kind of finished all my shit. I got like 5 Gothams on the DVR, and then I'm all caught up with all my shit, and I'm just gonna hit the Game of Thrones again. Start the
you gotta go with The Wire after.
And then after that, it's The Wire. You know,
I can't go a thing without Tony to watch The Wire.
Gotta watch The Wire. What are you in on The Wire? What do you know about The Wire, Pete?
I watched The Wire, yo. I was on The Wire. I wasn't on it when it came out. I watched it late, almost like on some Game of Thrones shit. But I caught up to it to watch it in the 5th season. But yeah, it's one of the great. It's the great shit, man. It's better than The Sopranos. So,
no, stop it. Man, I love The Sopranos.
I fuck with it harder than The Sopranos, man. Like,
wow.
And you know, and almost because like the whole relationship with the street and the cops, and then how that all that's reflected today too. You know what I mean? Like watching it now is even more powerful. You know what I mean? Like in these times.
Even watching The Wire is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like it starts out, you'd think that it's just like some cop show, right?
Yeah.
But then as it goes, you start to realize that each side has their good people and their bad people, and it's almost the same system on both sides, and it builds that up.
Yeah.
Grows it out. You get like the best scene is in that first season too, where the dude's trying to explain chess. Like that explains the whole show right there.
Yep. Yeah, it was really underrated, yo. I mean, I know we watched it. I think we watched it for the wrong reasons, though. We were just glorifying the violence and the coolness of the drugs being sold. But like to really go back and watch it now with like Game of Thrones eyes, oh yeah, like That's some deep level.
That's where it's at. I'm gonna have to do it. I've never seen an episode, so yeah.
That's good. That's good, and you wouldn't be tainted at all. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what it is when you binge watch a Game of Thrones too. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like what makes people reach out to like YouTube and all that to find those answers, yo, because you gonna feel just like that, yo. You know what I mean? Like one show I wish they really would have finished was fucking Deadwood, yo. That was a really underrated show, yo.
That's another one I never watched. My mom was always trying to get me to watch that shit. I never got into it.
It's amazing. And then even thinking about playing Red Dead, the past Red Dead 2, like you could tell they took a lot of shit from that because they realized that it was an unfinished story. You know what I mean? Like you could just borrow from it. I was gonna say
something. I can't do no unfinished stuff. I'll be losing my mind at the end. I need an end.
Yeah. Supposedly they're gonna come out with a movie.
Red Dead's gonna come out with a movie?
Deadwood.
Or Deadwood is?
To finish up the whole show.
Have you heard of Peaky Blinders?
Yeah,
Peaky Blinders. I heard that was good too. I've never seen it though.
I stopped watching after the second season, but not because it wasn't good. It was just because it was just too much shit to watch.
Yeah,
I heard that and Sneaky Pete.
The third's like the worst season so far. Hopefully the fourth isn't like bad.
Well, what about y'all watch Mr. Robot? Y'all ever watch that?
My girl watched that. I never saw that. I saw a couple like the first episode, but yeah, I never.
It's good, man. I just like how it like talks about the modern shit. You know what I mean? Like and him playing on that big company is pretty dope because that's exactly shit we be living through.
Speaking of third seasons, what's up, Andy? I know you got to be balls deep in True Detective.
No, True Detective has the best single season. If it was only one season, that would be the best show of all time to me.
I know how much you like that first one and how much you hate the second one.
So I haven't even started the third one, but I'm gonna get it so I can binge it.
I'm gonna start the third one pretty soon. You know?
Yeah, I haven't started either. I was so disappointed with the second one. It's like you kind of just waiting on this third, but I've heard nothing but good stuff about this third one.
Yeah,
what's up, Jack? You guys seen anything about that True Detective?
You say what?
I was just seeing if anybody in the chat, David. You seen anything out there? You've been watching that True Detective? I have heard good things. Like everything I've heard about it, it's pretty tight. So we shall see. Because 2 wasn't good. It just wasn't good.
I
actually just watched the finale of 2. I didn't watch it. I was working on the computer while she was finishing it. It just looked weird with Colin McGregor. That's the one y'all talking about. I mean, not Colin McGregor. Colin
Farrell.
Yeah.
It's that one. It's not like it wouldn't be bad. It would just be a show that you would watch. But when compared to the season before it,
when you have such high expectations,
it's just kind of a letdown if you were going to watch it. So that third one, I'll wait until that one runs out, and then I'll binge it because that's how I watch things.
Yeah.
I'm reading through One Piece like chapters and chapters in a day.
Oh wow!
900 and something chapters of this freaking thing, and so I'm almost caught up in 2 months. I just binge things. That's how I do it.
Yeah, I mean, once that technology came out, it just like made more sense to do it that way.
Colin McGregor getting his Irish people crossed.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
I got it.
If I'm home, I'm playing Subnautica. If I'm out like anywhere else and I can have my phone, I'm like reading One Piece. That's the 2 things I fucking beat. My wife is like, she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill Pete. She's like, why are you playing this stupid game? I'm like, she's like, I tell him I'm mad at him.
Yeah. Woo. My girl was the same way, man, but she just gave in. She was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna have to just play this shit or I'm not gonna have any time with him. She basically, like I told you, she was helping me during the day get shit, just so she could have something to talk to me about. So, because I'm only playing fucking Subnautica now, like I don't even watch it. Like I said, I had to get back to my episode of Night Shift because I've been off of it. I'm like thinking at work, like, damn, what am I gonna do to my base when I get home? Add some glass windows. It's just so it seems so mundane, but it's just like you know that you went out and did everything to make that happen. So it's like semi-rewarding in that aspect. You know what I mean? So it almost becomes like not even work. I mean, not even a game. It's almost like work and like a craft. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
And you like the whole time you're like starving and getting dehydrated. So you're like drinking water constantly.
Yeah,
and trying to figure that out. And me like an idiot, like you got the right idea, building a base, like a big base. I got another base down in the lava now. I just keep
yeah, I gotta get down there too, man. Like, and it's a whole planet. That's the thing. You get to explore a whole fucking planet. Yeah, man.
So I'm doing that right now. I was doing that earlier. I'm like, damn it. Got to go down here because only the prawn suit can go that deep, and I'm not bringing my big ass submarine down there because I crash it. I wouldn't be able to get down there with the sub.
Yo, one, did you read Fire and Blood?
I haven't read it yet. I read a couple chapters of it, and I've listened to audiobooks of a bunch of chapters. Like I'm through the whole I audiobooked the whole Jet Harris part, which was
I mean, I'll only audiobook the shit, man. Like I listen to that shit at work or while I'm driving. I used to have a 2-hour commute, so I was fucking getting through books like nobody. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the best time when you got them long ass drives. The audiobooks come in on point.
For real, yeah. I'll be in the world driving through traffic and shit, riding my horse and shit.
I have. I mean, it's right there. That's it. But I just haven't. I've only read like one chapter out of it, and then audiobook the rest of it.
I need to get the physicals just so I can look at all the illustrations in it and shit.
Do you speed it up, Pete?
No,
I don't even know how you do it. If you can speed it up.
Nah, I mean, I probably could, but I need to hear it in regular time. I'll be rewinding it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what that motherfucker say? Oh, let me see that shit.
I always feel like they talk way too slow. Like there's way too big of gaps between their words and shit.
Well, you know, I hear how they acted out too. You know what I mean? I don't want that shit to be like Chipmunky. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I don't like when they acted out. Like Game of Thrones, I hate his Varys voice. That's the worst thing. It sounds like he's got like spit in his mouth and he's talking through the.
Oh no, it has nothing on his Melisandre voice though. Come on, that is the worst.
You talking about Roy Dotrice and shit?
Oh, it's so cringy. It's so cringy.
Yeah, but at least
I've had the pleasure of never even having to worry about Roy Dotrice because like I don't audiobook the regular books. I've audiobooked everything around it. You know what I mean? And it's like that's like Harry Lloyd, fucking Ian Glenn,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfucking sultry ass voices and shit.
It was painful when
right? Yeah. I forget what he calls Gilly. I was just thinking about last night, but he doesn't call her Gilly. He calls her something else.
Jilly or something.
Chili, and it drives me nuts. I'm like, damn it, man. Like it is your job to read. Like you should have clarified how to say these words beforehand.
Oh, that's why George R.R. is always saying like you can. And when somebody says how are you supposed to pronounce it, he's like however you want. He had to say that because of all the shit that Trees fucked up. Like Patar, man, fuck you, Patar.
Patar. Sucking Peter.
Out of here with that shit. But.
I love the way that Peter was spelled. I was like, damn, that's an interesting way to spell Peter and shit like that.
Right? Exactly. It ain't no Patar. Shit. Hello, Patar. No.
But yeah, there is Petar House Gary and shit. That does pour out for that and shit.
Did you put ice in it? You watering it down?
I was about to say, did you?
I absolutely put ice in it. I took a sip and I was like, "Oh, you have to put ice in it, dude." What? Just think, 101 Wild Turkey. This ain't got shit on this. This is even more potent.
Yeah, I believe you, bro. I'm not even trying to like pull your card at all, bro.
Oh, this is
I'm no drinker.
fire. You're lucky I'm not gonna grab some Coke and put in this motherfucker. This motherfucker down.
You better drink some rocket fuel and shit.
Perfect. This is one of the things you drink, you sip over ice. It is nice. It's nice. But yeah, that's
that ice cube melted fast as hell too.
Smooth it. What's that?
I said that ice cube melted fast as hell too.
Are you kidding me? It was a big old diamond. You put it in. It's one of those diamond shaped ones. It's no diamond now. It's a little pebble.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing, the alcohol is just eating away at it. It is fire. It ain't no joke. It is over 100 proof. Anytime you start getting over 100 proof,
yeah, you wildin'.
Oh shit! You said in trivia. How's trivia going with you, fandom? You guys still rocking the trivia nights over there? But you guys aren't just doing Game of Thrones. You guys are doing everything, aren't you?
Yeah, they do a lot of different trivia over there.
And all kinds of different trips. I got that calendar I broke out last time. I'm probably next stream I might break that back out. So I can I'll break out like one whiskey and do trivia tonight, one night or whatever.
They need to do a video game trivia. Like I'd do that one.
Yeah. I still have that one that I made up that I never did. I just need to get 6 people, 3-on-3 teams.
The copyright one?
Huh?
The copyrighted one?
Yeah, no, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I made up one a long time ago that I think would be pretty fun.
Yeah, but the shit, like you always put me on the spot asking me people's names and shit. Like I don't want to play. I don't want to do it. I'm terrible with names. Ask Pete. I was trying to remember Milt's name. I could not remember Milt's name yesterday. I was like,
the Westerosi Ninja.
I was like, you know, the guy that does the trivia, the Asian guy. He's like, Milt? And I'm like, yeah, Milt. Goddamn. I just cannot. Names will like slip out of my head. I say them a million times, and they just go. So I can't do names.
What am I missing with the Picard pie? What did I miss? He broke out Picard pie. I was out of it. Holy fuck balls. So who do you think, Andy? Who's going to be the first one dead in season 8?
Tormund.
No way. But it is going to be somebody at Winterfell. They're going to roll up, and Danny's dragon's going to – some guy's going to be like, oh, my God, a dragon, and, like, try to shoot it, and the dragon's going to just roast the fucker instantly. That's going to be Danny's welcome to Winterfell.
I think it's going to be Beric.
Beric Dondarrion?
Yeah.
How's he going out?
We
don't even know if he's still alive.
Yeah, they made it up that wall and shit. They did.
We think. Do we know?
Yeah. Because remember, they dove. And the other part of the wall fell off. They dove, and then the other part fell off. So they were like hanging on, and then they made it.
How are they gonna get down? They're gonna just walk 20 miles down the wall to the next castle?
Yeah, shit. They're gonna have to wait it out.
They're gonna walk it out tonight.
I know I'm gonna be playing dead and shit. I know if I seen all of them walking through, I'm be playing dead.
I'd be playing dead because you know the Night's King's on that dragon. He can see you up there. I'd be like, don't roast me with the blue fire. Fuck
yeah. I see his hand raised. I'll be playing dead too. I'll be walking with him and everything. Fuck it. We getting south.
Are they gonna have to walk it all the way out to Castle Black?
They're gonna go to the last heart first, right?
I mean, how do they get off the top of the wall?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the mob, but yeah, they're gonna have to either go down, like you said, to the next part of the wall that they can get down, or try to just get down with some ropes or something. You know what I mean?
Walk it out to the next castle and go down one of their stairs.
All the way down. What is the next
castles? They got all them castles around along the wall, but it's still, you know,
that's still a trek. Yeah, shit.
With no food, no water, freezing up there on top of the wall. And
I mean, shit, they walked all the way up there to fucking past the wall with none of that shit.
Yeah, that's true. No, they had water and supply zones.
Yeah. No, yeah, they had people with them. They had all them other people that just got.
Oh, well, Barion's dead anyway. He don't really need much, but Tormund's gonna be in bad shape. Tormund might have to eat Beric. Maybe that's how he dies.
Yeah,
Tormund has to eat him just to make it. He has to go full cannibal to survive to get back.
I just assume the people that I want to make it are gonna die, so that's how I choose my. Like I would like Tormund to make it, but you know, I think Arya is gonna die because I want her to make it. Those is really the only two that I care about, and Jamie.
Yeah,
I think Arya lives in the show for fan service, but dies in the book. They're gonna find her, like they said. I mean, they already foreshadowed it. They're gonna find her frozen in a snowbank with a needle in her hand. They foreshadowed that way back in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like her first chapter.
Yeah, so she's done. She did. She gone.
I can see that. I mean, like the Hound is who I would want to live, but I know he's going out symbolically with his brother just for some Clegane bullshit.
Is it going to be Clegane Bowl, or is it going to be like I said? I think he will kill him. I think he's going to hold him down, and they're both going to burn in wildfire. But you think there's going to be an actual Clegane Bowl where they fight?
Nah, I mean, I think they're going to hype that up, but I don't think it's going to be a big duel. You know what I mean? They already had it, basically. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you and me are in the minority because everybody else in the chat earlier was saying, "Oh yeah, 100% going to be Clegane Bowl for sure."
I think this, you know, they building that up, but I don't think it's going to be like a big fight. You know what I mean? Or I hope not. I hope they don't waste those 6 episodes.
They're gonna, though. That's the sad part. I don't know. Like I said, that's been my biggest 50-50 flip back and forth, whether or not they're gonna have a Clegane Bowl or not.
You know, and like, you know how like I always champion Rhaegar and all of that shit, because like what I always felt like in the end of this shit is that they have to like sum up the whole thing with the Rhaegar, with Robert's Rebellion and everything that they believed and all that. And they kind of did that with Bran last season. You know what I mean? But like they have to have that for the realm too. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that like all of that's going to have to play a part in the book as well. So that's always going to have to be part of the very, very end of the story. So they can't waste too much time like telling you what's happening now, because they still got to sum up what happened before to end this story. You know what I mean? That's why they said a Robert's Rebellion show don't make sense, because all of that's really part of this story.
It's going to be wrapped up by the end of this, yeah. Or at least in the books. We don't know what the D&D is going to do.
Yeah, I mean, then my thing is like they only got 6 episodes. Yeah, an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, but you know, come on. It's 6 episodes,
so much to get done. So much to get done. Has Bran told Sansa about Jon yet?
I think so.
You think that's
I think he's more like just, you know, like letting it out. He's not like thinking about the politics of it. You see what I'm saying? Like when Sam came in and there was the revelation while they were having boat sex, it wasn't like, oh my God, we got to keep this secret. It's like, oh my God, this is what needs to be known. You know what I mean? Like, so
they've already had that talk, and Sansa's everybody up in Winterfell is aware of what's going on, and the Jon's a king,
and that's why I think that side eye in the little picture is because she's like, y'all are here together and y'all are fucking aunt and nephew. Like, you fucking dirty Targaryen bitches.
Like all this time I was working up to fuck my stepbrother, and here you go taking him out. That's messed up. That is messed up.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's David saying? What's David saying Gilly knows about?
Gilly knows about Rhaegar.
Oh, Gilly knows. Oh yeah, Gilly's the one who read it. Yep. She got no problem.
Prince Rhaegar.
You told Sam he was the only one that knew.
Prince Rhaegar. He looked like a damn bum.
But you think Gilly's not telling anybody? Gilly could be telling the washerwomen of Winterfell.
Oh yeah, she don't know to keep her mouth shut. She's like, yeah, I found out it was me.
Right?
You know how the lady, you know how she always want to take the credit for, you know.
No problem.
I was the one that found the shit. It wasn't him.
Like, they don't even know. They're up there telling everybody, I'm the one who told them. He didn't even see it. I read that shit.
I told him about the sea, because it's all you can see. You know what I'm saying? And I found Ragger, and no, man, I found this shit. I'm the savior.
Holy shit. It's like fandom trying to bring up Legion. I got Legion on, we'll have to talk about that. I'll go back and rewatch that one. That show's on acid. I got season 1. Season 2 was, I don't know. I guess I got a season 3 coming out, but yeah, we'll get to that later.
Harry Lloyd is playing Professor X.
That's what he's saying.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, did I see that?
I tell you, man, he did real good on them Dunk and Egg books, though. I really love the Dunk and Egg audio books with him.
Absolutely. Yeah, he crushed it.
Great with the voices.
Yeah, listening to him and Ian Glenn, that was just nice and smooth like butter. That was very unlike my man. I hate to talk about my man because he passed away, but
yeah,
he did a great job. I mean, he set the world record, Guinness World Record for most voices on an audiobook. I mean, so he had to do something, but he was bound to have a few misses.
Yeah.
I just don't like the voice. I'd rather them just read it.
Yeah. Maybe he did that on purpose and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wanted y'all to just read it. But the guy who does Fire and Blood, I like him. I'm about to say Peter Kenny, but that's the guy who does The Witcher. I can't even remember his name now, but the guy who does Fire and Blood audiobook is real good. I like how he does voices.
I've actually heard a few different voices people doing, and the ones I've been listening, I just pop up a YouTube thing. I don't have the original or anything. I just pop up whatever pops up on YouTube. But I think I've heard him a few times because he's on most of them. And yeah, he's pretty clean. That's Fire and Blood. That's pretty tight. It's not just all regurgitated shit. It has a lot of new shit, I think.
Yeah, it does. I think I wish it would have had more. I mean, of course you wish it had more, but like I'm expecting Fire and Blood to be like, Aegon Zero, Aenar Targaryen and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then get to Aegon the Third. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the Fire and Blood. This is not. But then I guess it makes sense that they didn't have a Maester until Aegon.
Exactly. And it was written by a Maester.
Yeah, so it was written by Maesters. But I was expecting that, and then I was expecting a little bit more from Aegon the First. Learning just a little bit more about the dynamics of that. Learning what happened in the letter. You know what I mean? Like, that was something I really wanted to know about.
And dude, that has to be in like Fire and Blood Part 2, which will never get written. But yeah, that's what I said on my last stream. I was just like, what the hell did old boy write in that letter that he wrote to Aegon that made Aegon the Conqueror never go to war again? That's the letter you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And now he read in this letter, Aegon the Conqueror just laid down his swords and never went to war again. And I mean, it was peace and prosperity in the realm at that time, so it could be coincidence, but no, there was something in that letter that shut him down completely, and he never picked up a sword against anybody again, ever.
Yeah, man.
It had to be.
He gripped the letter so hard that he made his hands bleed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
I mean, it was obviously about his sister, but what about his sister? Like, what was that? Like, I heard somebody in the chat last time when we were talking about it said that said right after he read that he flew his dragon straight to Dragonstone. So like maybe somebody sent a fucked up Rhaena back to Dragonstone in pieces, or sickly, or cut up, or who knows? But
yeah,
and they're like, dude, you ever do it again, and we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. Or I was just think that maybe like we have her here, and if you don't want her to be tortured even worse than it is, or we got her pregnant and she's gonna have a baby, and if you don't, want both to die, who knows? I mean, man, who knows?
Yeah, so many things, bro.
Yeah, we need some answers about that. What do you think it was, Andy?
I don't know.
I didn't hear shit. But basically, do you know what we're talking about, though?
Nope.
Like, once the yellow, Aegon went to war, for the Seven Kingdoms, but he never united the Seven Kingdoms. It was really just the Six Kingdoms that he conquered. He never conquered Dorne. And, finally, they went and made an arrangement, basically. But before that, when they were fighting, he got, Rhaena went out there, they shot down her dragon, and supposedly she died on her dragon in the fall or whatever. We don't know what happened to her. We just know that her dragon got shot down and died. And then basically once the yellow toad of Dorne, the one who wouldn't kneel, once she died, her son took over Dorne and became the king or Prince of Dorne, whatever you want to call it. He wrote a letter because he was sick of war too or whatever, but he wrote a letter to Aegon and Aegon the Conqueror, and Aegon got it and read it and flipped out and was irate and sick after he read it. But he never went to war again and never picked up his sword against anybody again after that. So it's like, and then there was peace. There was peace in Dorne. They laid down, and that's when they made the contract with Dorne, and they didn't have to kneel. Dorne could still call themselves princes or whatever. Like, Aegon basically just had to yield to Dorne. Like, he never really conquered him. He kind of just made a deal with him. But something had to be in this letter from that guy about to make Aegon bow down like that. Like, what could it have been?
My mom, your sister's my mom. I don't know. I honestly haven't even thought that much about it.
Phantom thinks someone stole his Funko Pop collection, and every year he will get a Funko back if he doesn't pick up a sword. That makes sense. I like that. That explains a lot. It explains a lot for sure.
Well, I mean, it could just be like, it could be something like that she is just there. She's not dead. Because wasn't there some like purple-eyed people in Dorne? And I forget. I feel like I read that.
The Danes.
Yeah, the Danes.
Yeah.
The Danes have purple eyes.
So maybe that's why. Like the Danes come from that line.
The Danes come from
yeah, because purple eyes are like a Targaryen trait.
Right.
Yeah.
So why does someone from Dorne have purple eyes?
Well, I mean, realistically, I think they get their lineage from the people of the Amethyst Emperor, like the new, the Empire of the Dawn, because those places, and the High Towers too, because don't the High Towers have like the silver hair?
I don't remember hearing about the High Towers having silver hair, because I heard one of the High Towers had brown hair. The
only thing I was saying about the High Towers is that they have that rock there that's made of the fused black stone. And
they have the oily thick black stone.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But they were saying that the oily black stone is the Asha shit, but like the fused black stone is like from dragon fusing it. You know what I'm saying? So like they were saying that they had an ancient ancestor who basically were the ancestors that taught the Valyrians about dragons. You see what I'm saying? So like they have an older purple-dyed lineage basically than Valyrian. Supposedly, I don't know.
That's going deep in it. That's going like World of Ice and Fire and shit.
Yeah, that's the shit that I'll be on and shit. I like that shit.
That's awesome. I like that. I love that. Targaryen Dane, no TD says.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like, that shit is crazy because I always thought that too. Like I felt the same way. Like, and then like I was watching the History of Westeros and that guy LML, and they were doing like the special on the Empire of the Dawn, and I was like, I read about that in the World of Ice and Fire, but I kind of like glossed over it. But like when you go back and look at it, like it kind of like talks about what happened during the Century of Blood, and what happened all before the Doom, and then supposedly something that the Bloodstone Emperor did, like the blood betrayal. I can't remember all the details of it, but supposedly something like that might be what caused the Doom. But it wasn't nothing really proven. They were just kind of like talking around it. You know what I mean?
Theories, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
what made me read the part of it in the World of Ice and Fire a lot when I watched that shit.
That's where the deep shit comes in.
And then that really makes me appreciate all of this like world building. You know what I mean? And like just it's almost the same reason why I'm lost in like Subnautica right now, because it's like world building that we create. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like as much as I love how he's created the Southeros and Essos and all of this shit that has its own thing, you know what I mean? And everything is defined, like all of that. Like
it all started from somewhere. It all had its own origin, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I get lost in, you know what I mean? That's the shit I love about this whole shit. And and that's why I relate back to like games like Subnautica, because like you just get lost and caught up in the whole world building aspect of it, and like you're a part of that. You know what I mean? And like with all of these theories and us talking here tonight, you know what I mean? Like we're all a part of it. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Do we see Quaithe in season 8?
I would love to,
Does Quaithe get explained in season 8, Andy?
Probably not. I can't assume that someone that was introduced before George R. R. Martin left the show is gonna get followed up with
Johnny.
My man, motherfucking Johnny Greenhands.
Yeah.
Good morning, my brother. What's good? Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
Was awesome. I've been waiting for this man for so damn long. I have had this drink up here. I gotta get a drink. Oh my god. Oh shit.
I'll be right back. I gotta take my doggies in.
I have been waiting to catch up with my man so I could toast him proper. I have the Game of Thrones entire collection house whiskey. I've been holding this one special until my man was in the area, keeping it real. House Baratheon, Royal Lochnarar, for the King Wildling himself. It is time to toast my brother. I've been waiting so freaking long to open this. It's been too long since I've seen my man. But yeah, House Baratheon, it is time.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's real.
To get it in. The stag is real for my Stanner man, Bobby B, and all the Baratheon brethren out there.
And Rogar and shit. Rogar Baratheon rap.
Oh yeah. Kaboom. You don't even know. I've been waiting so patiently. It has been so freaking hard not to crack this bottle. But finally, with my man in the house.
What up, Johnny?
Excited. Royal Lochner. There's only 2 that have age statements. This and House Lannister. This one's a 12-year-old. I am super, super excited to taste this. Oh, this one's going for about $100 in the store right now. Oh yeah. Oh, it's been forever, Johnny. How you doing, brother? Hope all is good on the other side of the pond out there. LOL, DJ. The deal was when I'm on your panel, stick to water, toast it up, my brother. Plenty of Indian. Oh yeah, I know. Oh, I can't pour it back. I just opened it. I know it's been too long. We're going to toast it again, but to my Irish brother across the pond, this one's to you. Hope all is well and gets even better.
Hell yeah, man. Have a great morning, bro. For real.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice. There is nothing wrong with that at all. Just goes down light and easy. Fresh as a daisy. Oh, springtime in Ireland right there. Doesn't have that Irish whiskey buttery biscuit, but it's definitely got that lightness. I like it.
What's good, Johnny?
What is good?
Man, I missed you. I was hoping it would be terrible, but I missed the face anyway, so it's all good.
Oh no, it's really good. Smooth like butter.
Wait, like Irish whiskey, like Jameson?
It's not. It doesn't have that buttery biscuit. Like I've never tasted Jameson, so I don't know. All I have is the Redbreast 12 that I just went out and bought. I went out and just bought that one as my first non-Game of Thrones whiskey, Redbreast 12, and it is. It's the one I finally smelled that like buttery biscuity smell. That I guess is super distinctive to Irish whiskeys. And this one has a tiniest touch of that, but not like the super buttery. Like it's not there. But it is smooth. My palate is not advanced enough to be able to get the fucking cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg. It's like, I don't know. For a while, it just smelled like whiskey. So I'm past that. Like, they don't all just smell like whiskey. Like, they definitely have their different smells, but still trying to pick it out is not easy.
That's too much for me. I thought alcohol was getting hammered. That's like when people go crazy about weed and shit. Like look at this weed and smell it, and it kind of smells like lemons. And look at the colors, bitch. I'm gonna smoke it. Like,
just roll that.
Doesn't matter what it looks like to me. That's too much for me. I'm a simple man.
Yeah.
I'm a simple man.
I'm just some idiot. Like, that's the big thing. I don't have the patience to be like, getting that talent. Like, you're starting to smell things in whiskey, and like my wife with wine. I think all red wine and all white wine taste the same. Like,
maybe all red wine tastes the same, and maybe all white wine tastes the same. But saying they both like just wine taste the same, I couldn't go there with it.
It just makes my mouth all dry. I'm like, how did I put liquid in my mouth? And
it makes my shit drier than it started.
Wow. God. Wine script. Except for Moscato. Moscato tastes like sweet, like grape juice.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only wine I can drink.
Yeah, I don't drink wine. The Giant Tamer is all about the wine. I don't drink it at all. I'm not a wine fan at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drink Blue Moon or Stella's or Captain Morgan's Private Stock. And now we're getting into the whiskey. John says, yo, guys, I have this theory. Just thought of myself. What if the Mad King is Tyrion's dad, and that's why Tywin is pissed? He said, and cheers to that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, half of these whiskeys are gone. I've been waiting so damn long to taste this one. It was killing me. That's all. That is awesome. But that just says it's been way too long. Got to get on with me, brother. No, we got to get another shit show started one of these nights soon.
Oh, yeah, bro. Now that the season's about to open back up, man, it just feels right, man. We just got to get back out here.
Oh, dude, yeah. And I heard that he's finally on board. He understands that Targaryens are all the best and should be kings.
Yeah, he announced that, like, Rhaegar was way better than Bobby B and all that.
Yeah, I heard it.
He said, I heard it.
He admitted he was wrong. And I mean, that's a rare. It's nice. They finally
he might have been in rare form, but he was like, he had on a red and black shirt and everything.
He was sporting their colors. He was like, fuck it.
He was like, red and black, red and black, red and black, red and black.
This Targaryen thing isn't so bad. I like me a Rhaegar.
But seriously, like, how about? I wish Johnny had a reaction video when you got to see how ugly Rhaegar was.
Yeah,
like, he was probably so happy about that. Like, seeing fucking lies.
He's as big a bitch as I thought he was. I was right the whole time.
Looks just like his ugly ass brother.
That was such a piss poor display. That was that's why you know it's all wrong, because that was just not even cool. Just ugly fucking Viserion with a wig on. It's like, get the hell out of here with that.
Oh yeah, did Johnny tell you? Yo, Johnny was in Winterfell for real, bro. Like he was.
I know. That's awesome. Took the tour and shit. That's so sweet. Man. That's the badass part about living over there.
Motherfucker, like he said up there, he got his own ghost and shit now. So watch out, man. You got a new addition.
He said, feel it. New addition to Winterfell?
No, he has a new addition. He got his own ghost, he said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen that on Twitter, I think.
Oh, feel it?
Well, what do you name it? I haven't looked at Twitter since he posted the original.
Man, I gotta get on Twitter, man. All y'all on Twitter and shit.
I don't even have. I've never had a Twitter. I never got a Twitter.
It's mostly people spurging out, so it's kind of funny. like people getting all mad at shit. That's mostly what I use it for. It's like looking people get all mad at stuff or memes. But I have a few people that I'm friends with on there.
That's funny. Yeah, I heard. I mean, yeah, there's people.
Yeah, I like that.
You said Ghost or Loki, the dog of mischief. Unsure yet. He getting into everything, huh?
Yeah, that's your baby, man. That's your new baby right now.
Oh, that would be sweet. That would definitely be sweet. What time is it over there right now, Johnny? Am I right? Is it like an 8-hour difference from here to there? So it'd be what, 7:22 over there, if I'm right? 7:22 a.m. Thinking. Yes.
He said 8 hours.
Oh yeah. Whoops. I was like, we've had some whiskey.
Let me see. It's like 6 hours, I thought. Oh well, no. Well, I guess for you. I'm tripping, bro. I'm tripping. Like, yeah, you got 3 hours onto that. Yeah, so it is 8 hours for you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. See, I'm drinking, but I'm still here. Damn it.
Oh man, I'm one fucked up.
Wait, you just said 6 hours, and then 3 hours on top of that is 8 hours.
No, so then that's 9 hours for you then.
I thought I was 8 hours ahead of him. Yeah, I'm right because he said it's 7:22 over there. That's exactly what I said.
You got it.
Damn it! Hell yeah!
This was a funny arithmetic little section of the stream.
And this is how we do math.
Hey, this is the average intelligence of your Game of Thrones YouTuber.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Johnny, so glad you were able to at least swing through. I know you got to work today, but that's awesome.
Yeah,
you got
man.
to stop in for a second.
Enjoy the day, man. Be easy.
It's awesome.
I'm about to take mine to sleep too because I got to go to work my goddamn son.
Yeah, I know. We've been on for a minute. We've been fucking crush it off. But yeah, it was sweet. I'm glad we got to get down. I'm going to start doing it more often. There's been, like I said, there's a few times I went to jump on, and I always check my YouTube real quick and see if there's any of my people fucking already on or people that I usually see. And man, like the last 3 times somebody was on live. I was like, God damn. This time I was like, fuck it, ain't nobody on. It's Tuesday. Might as well start getting people used to the Tuesday thing again anyway.
Hell yeah. Make it a thing.
Yeah, I think every Tuesday. I'll try to get on even more, start fucking on, but yeah, I think every Tuesday I'm gonna try to make it. And like I said, I'll try to get try to get 6 people together and do this game show thing.
Yeah,
that'd be a pretty tight way to start the season right before the season start.
Yeah,
all pumped up, get a bunch of teams of 3 and have a quick tournament.
Hell yeah, that'd be real dope.
Yeah, I think with that Throners thing and shit like that, I think we could get it.
Hell yeah. Throners.
Everybody, there you go. Like, you got to do a Throners competition where everybody has to smoke a significant amount beforehand and then answer the questions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't want to get anybody in trouble. Not everybody's living in Colorado and Washington.
Yeah, sure. That's where we got to go then.
Have a live event.
We just need to have a con out there and shit.
Just have a little watch.
Throners YouTube con.
I'm doing well. Yeah, you guys fucking have no excuse not to make that next con so close. It's gonna be.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, for real, man, the prices for the hotel went up significantly when they found out that it was Game of Thrones con. Like I was looking at prices at first for like 4 nights, it was like $600. You know what I mean? And like now, like downtown, it's like 1,300, 1,200.
Over tripled. That's fucked up.
Yes, bro. So like I'm thinking about even like staying a little bit out of town. You know what I'm saying? And then like driving in because
we'll get a B&B.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, yo. But I'm what kind of superhero I am, so that's got to come with the territory. So
I think Johnny's got a way better idea. Let's just fly to Ireland. He can take us to Winterfell. He said, "Fuck a con, we'll party outside castles and shit."
That's so much better to me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hell yeah!
When is Worldcon? Because I want to do that. Like that'll be something dope too. Because that's in Ireland.
Is it?
Yeah.
This year?
I would like to say, I guess this year. Right?
Man, it's expensive. I'm trying to get to Vegas, and me and my boys are renting a house for like 5 weeks this year for the World Series.
Gotcha.
So it's man, that ain't cheap.
Yeah,
it's paying for all the tournaments, and like I said, there's nothing to do in Vegas but spend money. So that's where a lot of my money's going. That's why it's hard to be making all these extra cons and trips and shit until I win that big one.
Yeah,
but, man,
so you got that kind of patience. Like that's the problem with poker. You need patience.
Yeah,
You got that.
Well, those fields are like, some of those fields are like 6,000 deep.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. You gotta have a horseshoe up your ass for 6 days and shit.
You're a better man than me, that's for sure. I like watching the show. I like watching it when like idiots do well in it. Like someone that has no business winning a hand, you're like, that is a dumb hand to go in on, right? And they're just betting on everything, and somehow they just keep getting all the cards. I watched one a couple years ago like that. The dude made it through a couple tables. Like bet, he never folded. He bet every hand. It was insane.
Yeah. Sometimes you just run like that, just pure gold. Just run like God, and then one hand, you're just out. Oh, sick penny in the midgets. Hell yeah. Little people need love too, my man. Salador ones over there. I already said, man, we need to come down with a Salador Sand Caribbean rum. Like Pirates Blackwater Bay or some shit. That'd be sweet.
Hell yeah.
I'd pay for that bottle. I would definitely be down on that.
Yeah, they need some wildfire, something like that, man. That'd be dope.
Now, see, that sounds like a tequila, wildfire, Game of Thrones wildfire. That would be maybe one bottle I would never buy.
No, you gotta make it absinthe, man.
Dude, I cannot even smell
tequila. Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah, something like that. But I can't even smell tequila. That shit, man. No more. That's bad.
My wife likes.
No bueno.
My wife likes cheap tequila. Like she's Mexican, so she likes. I don't know. My sister drinks tequila, but my wife is like, well, growing up, we just drank like shit tequila, and so that's what I like.
Yeah.
She's like Jose Cuervo is too high class for like her kind of tequila. Yeah.
I can't even smell it. I'll instantly start gagging just smelling it in the room. It's bad nights.
Damn.
It doesn't take many.
Jägermeister's that for me. Like, I can't smell that shit. Like.
For some reason, I can pound that Jaeger bombs. I can just smash those, and they get ridiculous.
I don't want none of those.
DJ, they're like almost filling up pounders. Like it's ridiculous.
I could do car bombs all day, not Jaeger bombs.
What's your shot when you're out there shooting?
Well, I really take a shot of tequila. Like some Don Julio or like I like this De Los Altos for real, yo. That's my favorite shit. It's real smooth, yo. Smoother than all of that shit.
That's crazy. Hey, my man Johnny's still in the chat. What's your favorite Irish whiskey? What's the best Irish whiskey out there that you like out there?
Yeah, that we can get.
Like I said, I just got some Redbreast 12. I was wondering, what's your favorite?
Oh man, I'm sending. What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Oh yeah,
chocolate peanut butter things. The Samoa, not some other
peanut butter patties.
The Samoas, the chocolate ones.
Yeah, the Samoas are coconut.
Yeah, that's coconut.
Oh, never mind. I don't like coconut. Not those. What are the chocolate? Just the chocolate ones, and I think it's like peanut butter.
Yeah,
those are peanut butter patties.
Yeah,
they used to be called. Yeah, the red box. They used to be called come-alongs or something like that.
Yeah, I think
tagalongs.
Tagalongs. I think there were something like those.
I fuck with the original trefoils, yo. That's my shit, yo. I don't fuck
Dude, try lemonade ones. I never ate no lemonade ones before. But my daughters in Girl Scouts, they're fucking amazing.
We don't get those. We don't get those. Shit.
I've never seen that.
I know dusty lemon ones, like it's like the dusty cookie and it's got the lemon flavor, but not lemon trefoils. Hell no.
The lemonades are they're like a shortbread cookie kind of with like a lemon layer on the bottom. They're good.
Oh yeah, I'll be taking a trip up there.
I'm sending Johnny's up because
cookies, yo. Fuck that.
Dude, I've been eating so many Girl Scout cookies because my daughter's in Girl Scouts now. I need to stop. It's just like, but dang, got these lemonades. It's the first time I ever had them.
You need to text me a picture of y'all list because you sound like you got some gourmet Girl Scout cookies.
Right? You know what I mean? They got all different shit going on in North Carolina out there. What's up with that?
They're real popular here. I'd never even heard of them. Fucking good. I ate one, the very first one. I'm like, that's okay. Like, it's okay. It's not that great. I ate another one. It's like Lay's potato chips or something. Like, the more you eat, or it's like cocaine. The more you do, the more you want. I'm like, fucking eating tons of lemonades. So I'm going to send Johnny a box. I was trying to figure out people's favorite ones. I'm pretty sure Johnny won't like the tag-alongs because people in Europe don't like peanut butter like we do. They don't eat it with everything.
Those tag-alongs are the shit, though. Those are delicious. With the chocolate all over them that covered the whole cookie. Yeah. That's what it's at. That's funny. Somebody popped in, Thrones popped in the chat, like, tag-alongs. It's like, I know what they are.
You know what it is.
Yeah. What's good, Thrones? That's funny. But, yeah, it's, I don't know. How many boxes do you think you buy for every year? Like, that you personally eat?
Oh, like, this is our first year doing it, and I have probably personally eaten, like, maybe 15 of them. Like, she's got boxes sitting here. Like, I'm just...
You just grab a big old glass of milk and just go to town?
Cookies. And you know how they do it, they're like, you buy a case and then you have to sell them, and whether you sell them or not, like, you paid for it, like they get paid for it somehow. I'm gonna buy a bunch of them.
Profits and shit.
I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of them, and then I'm gonna start selling them on eBay in like November.
Yo, I'm telling you,
season.
Especially the flavors you talking about, bro. You yeah. You can bring that work to Georgia, bro. You got that work. You can bring that to Georgia, bro. We can pop off out here. That's like me going to Colorado or Seattle and then coming back to Georgia. Oh, good Lord.
He's getting his hustle on. Take them cookies to Con, dude, and triple the price. You'll be sick. You'll be sick. Take that shit in about midnight when everybody's all tuned up and all the stores are closed. And everything's hella expensive at Con anyway. You show up with a box of Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, it's a wrap.
The whole case, game over.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, like a box of them too? Like you got a load of them? Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like a whole case, it'd be game over.
Hey, we got my wife's like little SUV out there. It's like the whole back is filled up with Girl Scout. So like any day, some days like I take her car for whatever reason. Any day that I have her car, I'm definitely grabbing a box of cookies out the back. Like every single time. Sometimes I'll get like 2 just so the next day when I don't have her car, I can still eat a box of cookies.
Right?
I'm like, I need to stop this shit.
Oh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. That's like when I first found out like Oreos made mega stuff. I was like,
oh, wow.
Why didn't nobody tell me about this? They just jumped right over double stuff and went to mega.
Like, fuck it.
I was so hooked for like a month. And I was like,
people want a little bit of cookie with their cream. Fuck
right, exactly. Oh, I was so sprung. I was like, this has got to stop. Put the cookie down. Oreos are just chemicals.
Yeah, man. I've honestly been on like anti all of that shit for a while, like for like 3 months now. I've been like on a smoothie shit, man. Like I be getting smoothies for lunch, trying not to eat no fast food, but like on the weekends, I fucking pig out. Like go to like a Mexican restaurant or something like that. I'm ordering like fucking every fucking thing. Like I feel fat as hell by the time Sunday comes around. Like, and then I get back to Monday, like I don't want to eat nothing. Like, let me get back to the smoothies, yo. But it's just been working out, man. I've been liking that shit, man. I feel a lot better too.
Oh yeah, and you feel more healthy doing it.
Yeah, man. I feel a lot better doing that shit.
Johnny, that's not a theory. That's fact.
What'd he say? Hold on, let me pull it up.
He said he had a theory. I'll be like Zorro, gambling people out of money with an empty vault at stake. I'm like, that's not a theory. That's fact, son. That's how we get down. Oh, shit. That's so great. Well, on that note, I know you got to get to bed, and again, we got to get your shit. But, man, we're going to start doing this on a lot more Tuesdays. I'm so glad y'all came out and hung out. It has been way too long since I've been with my brothers.
For real, man. Good to see y'all. Glad I caught y'all too, man. For real.
Yeah, I'll believe that. Like that's like me saying that I'm gonna stream more. Like I don't believe it's gonna happen until it actually happens.
I was thinking about doing a Weirwood session with me playing Subnautica, yo, but I started to think like you did, like that shit would just be boring. People watching me picking up fish and and shit. But at least maybe we can like talk over some shit, like some Game of Thrones shit, but like had that in the background and shit.
Yep, I gotta swim 500 meters and then a couple hundred meters down to get this special material, and then swim back. Like,
yeah,
to see that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Johnny, definitely get another Thursday night one so you can get up and stay up late with us as well. Definitely do that. You get a Thursday night one going for sure.
Man, for real, man.
So funny. I always go to type this shit in.
I mean, like for me, like I can even stay up late like this because I work 15 minutes away now. Like my shit is really relaxed. You know what I mean? Like it's all good, man. I'm down for any night. So
there you go. There you go.
I'm down.
Yeah, my shit's up wide open. So yeah, we're definitely. It is contrary to Andy's belief. We're gonna get it in and make it start happening. Full show. Start doing. Dude, the season's almost here. It's time. We gotta get the
over-under
back in effect.
What's the over-under that DJ does 2 more streams before the season starts? Like what are we betting?
1,000%. I'll bet my fucking collection on that shit.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's a fact.
You can't bet because you could be like, oh yeah, I hopped on. I'm gonna lose this bet, so I gotta hop on and do the stream. I'm gonna set up a little thing in Hangouts on the side, and we're gonna all take bets on how many. I'm gonna set an over under, and everybody's gonna bet what DJ's gonna do, but DJ can't know about it, so he can't change any.
Johnny's already booking one. Does that count if we go on Johnny's? I actually had something going on this Thursday, but we're gonna have to probably cancel that. But if Johnny's he's talking about doing one Thursday. There's one right there.
It's gotta be yours.
It's gotta be on this channel.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, that's a done deal, dude. There's like I said, there's like 3 or 4 times I went to do it, and every time I popped on, somebody else was live, so I was like, fuck it. But yeah, then I'll just start doing it. I'll just start doing it anyway. Be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Grab the boys and get it in.
Yeah, you won't get the crossover people that are already in there, but I'm sure there's people that are just on you with you and not that other person. That's the way I see it.
True. That is true. And like I said, my last stream, I started doing this Game of Thrones fucking calendar I got, and it's got questions in here that are pretty fucking sick. So yeah, we'll drink and know one of these times and see what we remember about the shit. But yeah,
that'd be dope.
Sick fucking questions. They're more book questions, and yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, that might fuck me up, but I can keep up.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna have some drinks and get it in.
Hey, what's your shirt say?
My shirt? My shirt says, "Always be yourself, unless you can be 1-1. Then always be 1-1."
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah, that's how we get it in. Right on. So I want to thank everybody that was in the chat that stopped in. My brother Johnny, so good to see you. We're definitely going to be catching up fucking soon. And yeah, for everybody else that stopped by, thank you so much. We are going to be getting in, like I said, contraire to mon frere over there. We are definitely getting those live streams in and making it happen. So definitely thanks for stopping in. And until next time, game on.